You on mute, bro.
It's good, everybody. Sorry about that. Man, I had to get my little setup. What's happening, everybody?
It's popping. It's popping.
What it do, man? Sorry about that. I wasn't starting until I had all my stuff I wanted to talk about uploaded, and it's been a long day. Nook, you know why? I'm gonna leave it at that. Hey, it's gonna be an action-packed show, man. The show must go on. Y'all know what time it is, man. It is officially blue and white week. We're gonna kick this thing off. I appreciate y'all for the patience. I kind of like the anticipation, man. Every time if I don't start that thing at exactly 7, that thing start building up, and you come in here, you see 200 out the gate. Y'all do me a favor before we get started, though. Look at the ticker at the bottom. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you're not a subscriber to the channel. Go ahead and hit the like button, hit the share button. And if you'd like to support the platform, feel free to leave a channel donation. I'll leave that up as needs be. Zoe will be joining us tonight, of course. We probably have the whole gang up here, and not necessarily a gang, but let me say this though. Let me have a couple of preliminaries out the gate. We're gonna do some things a little differently. Anytime you're doing something and you're trying to elevate it and grow it, you always got to do a self-assessment. You got to make sure you look at some things and try to make it get, even better and better. One of the things we did, Nook, when we was first growing this platform is we just was arbitrarily doing anything. Anything goes, everything happens, whoever comes in, whatever is all good. But now that you guys have made a commitment and we got this thing going on a regular basis, we got to be a little bit more strategic behind what we do. So we're going to set a panel. We're going to have a permanent panel. Of course, it's going to be myself, Zoe. Of course, you'll see Mark as if Toronto decides to come up. You'll see the whole KC 1400 Media Group on the screen. Now, going forward, whenever I do drop the link, I'm going to drop the link in the chat. It's going to be solely for you if you want to come up, give a comment, ask a question. Once you do that, we can address that. I'm going to remove you off of the screen. So it won't be a lot of people just, hanging out on the screen anymore. You have to be a part of it, unless you're part of the conversation or a part of a conversation. So that's going to be a few things we're going to do a little differently, just to kind of keep the structure. Y'all know I get agitated real quick with things going left. So it's the only way I know how to do it other than, you have Rochelle. And like I said, anyone can still come up. But what I'm going to wind up doing is I'm going to move that to the back end of the show. Give us time to really get into the meat and potatoes of what we want to talk about if we have anything. If we have a guest, like we will tonight, we will have someone come on tonight. We're going to bring on Justin Reagan, who is former Jack State football player. He actually is, he's an entrepreneur now, him and Alexander Shaw, who's also a former Jack State football player. And they're doing some amazing stuff, man. They're doing some amazing stuff. We talked about it on Friday, what they were doing and with the trash pickup. And Jackson is a mess right now with this trash situation, man. And I hope I don't have to go into that, but I'd rather Zoe be on when we do, because the video he sent me today, I'm just telling you right now, it's an absolute embarrassment. And I think we need to have a clean sweep and just start over, hit the reset button, because it's pretty damn shameful. Anybody that's been in any type of leadership position, any type of role, knows that you always choose the greater good. I'll never let my personal desires and wants affect the masses. And that's one of the things we're seeing, and we're gonna call it out. We're not gonna be mealy-mouthed about it, but we'll touch on that. Also, before we get started, I want to definitely shout out Brother Craig Thomas from the Jersey Way. I know he's gonna clip this out. He's gonna post it on his page, as he should. But Craig Thomas, the Jersey Way, doesn't just do jerseys, y'all. He doesn't just do jerseys. This sweater, hoodie setup that we got going on right now, Nook.
Oh yeah.
Craig hooked your boy up, man. He put me in the game.
I see it. I see Craig merchandise easily, man. It needs to spot out.
Yeah, man. You see that? Got the JSU on both sleeves.
I see you.
Y'all know got the Tigers on the front.
No, he does shorts too.
I know he do.
Yep.
But I got something for y'all, man. Look.
I'm telling you, got the okay.
I
I like it.
Just give him a little bit of that, man. You know what I'm saying?
I like it.
Got a little, he hooked me up, man. This was custom by Craig Thomas, man. He's a good brother, man. We're gonna continue to push Craig. He's a great supporter of this platform and his channel. And we're gonna try to get him some business. I told Craig we're gonna try to send him so much business. He gonna have to quit his day job and just do this full time, man. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's what we on right now, man. So I wanted to shout him out from the jump, and then I'll pause right now, see if you got anything you want to touch on, and then I'll keep going.
Yeah, man. First of all, again, happy Blue and White Week. Dear love family, and as always, man, it's good to be home, man. I was coming across that bridge, man. I was looking like the Kool-Aid, man, just smiling, man, crossing that river in Vicksburg. So, man, just always good to be home. I ain't got into the actual meat and potatoes yet, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Down yet, but I'm sure we're gonna do that all week. But yeah, man, just excited about this week, and just ready to kick it off tomorrow morning. Someone will be at practice in the morning, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, man. I see ASVP in there. Y'all, hey, man, shout out to Austin and his team. Y'all saw the Under Armour feature. You know, I know y'all did. If you ain't seen Under Armour, please. You've probably been on a rock, but yeah, man, great job, Austin. Loving it, man. It's pretty dope when Under Armour features your school and your university on their page, man. So we'll hopefully get a kind of a peek behind the scene a little bit. And hey, brother C. Lee, we got to talk tonight, man. We're gonna need you definitely. Hopefully, we can get you up tonight to address that, because we're gonna get into that, because I think it's disgusting what I saw today, man. And
yeah, I was just watching it, man, before I got on. That was flat out embarrassing.
Yeah, man. It just I can't get behind nothing like that, man. That's just that's bull junk. That's bull junk, man. So real quick, Deshaun Mass. Hey, welcome to the channel. Appreciate you for the support. And shout out to everyone, all the channel members, man. The platinum membership is growing. I mean, which it tells us that the channel is healthy. And we definitely appreciate all the support. Our chat is growing. Shout out to my sister. I don't see you on here, but I know you're a platinum member. Sister Tiffany. That's family right there. You feel what I'm saying? That's my dog right there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't see Tiff. I know you're platinum. She upgraded and rocked in with us, man, and stuff. You know, came on in like a friend, which she is, a friend and a supporter of the channel. And we greatly appreciate that. If you are a platinum member, as always, like we say, shoot me an email, and I'll be more than happy to shoot you a link to the chat.
Shout out to the platinum chat, man, and especially those who upgrade, man, because that tells us we're doing something right.
No doubt, man. No doubt. Like you said,
appreciate you guys.
Absolutely, man. We're gonna get busy, man. It's gonna be a pretty I think a fruitful week, man, for the blue and white team. And one thing I did not do, and which I probably would, I'll upload the blue and white. I thought I actually had that. I'm gonna. Y'all want to give me a quick second? I'll go ahead and. Why is that on my screen? I'm telling you, bro. Just you pop up and that's the first thing you see is something you don't want to see. It's gonna be a fun week, man. We got a lot of recruits gonna be at the game. Look, how many fans you think gonna show up at the blue and white game, bro? What's your thoughts? If you had to just take a wild guess.
Between 25 and 30. Somewhere.
That's strong, man. I tell you, man, it's gonna be very impressive, given everything that we just mentioned that we got going on. If we could if we could definitely get to that number, man, that would be amazing.
I think we can do it, man, just because of the anticipation.
I agree.
Yeah, everybody's anticipated for this. It's like it's like it's August.
Right. Yeah. No, you spot on with that one. I
Mm-hmm. Hold on, Charles. We ain't gonna speak like that.
What's happening?
No, Charles, don't mention that rain. We ain't gonna work. We ain't gonna speak that.
Hey, we over here doing I think the weather gonna hold up, man. We'll see. We'll see what it do.
Yeah, buddy.
And we'll go from there, man. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. But I just want to make sure y'all give me a second. I'm uploading. It's a lot, man. It's a lot going on. This is an action packed week, bro. And I do mean an action packed week. But for some strange reason, I ain't able to find all my stuff, which is crazy. Come on, thing. There we go. All right, here we go. Now we make it.
No, the game's not gonna be not gonna be free.
So let's do this real quick, man. Let's jump into this real fast. So, all right. So let's see where we are right now. Where we at? So tomorrow, y'all, we got baseball. Russ College, Bradley Field. Definitely gonna look to get out there if we, catch a little bit of that game. Plan on getting out there. Nook. We got to go make that happen, bro. And then there's a big gap between Tuesday and Friday, where we're gonna have softball at the JSU field on Friday, 5 p.m. And then we got baseball versus Alabama State. They're gonna actually be going to Montgomery. So that's pretty much it, for the week. I know it'll be good, man, to finally get over there and get a chance to check out the baseball team, man.
Time 6 o'clock. Yeah, we'll definitely do that.
Yeah, the game starts at 3 tomorrow, so you know what I mean. That'll be pretty cool. As soon as I jump on the internet, people talking about some. I think people talking about who had ties into what, and Zoe sent me the actual breakdown of all of the the different options that we had from a contract standpoint, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I just thought that, I mean, if we really just being honest about it, like, we need trash to be picked up, man. Getting into
that don't make sense. I mean, it's
getting into the who did what and
yeah, screw all that, man. Stop all the finger pointing. Get the people freaking trash picked up, man.
It's embarrassing because when you talk about the stuff that the issues that really were on the table, and now you find yourself in a situation, where here we are. Here we have an opportunity to make decisions and do, right by the citizens in the city of Jackson. And here we let ego and personal interests and or personal vendettas or whatever, however you want to call it. I don't know, and really don't give a hill of beans about it. Just one of them things, man. You just gotta make it happen, and I think that's where leadership comes into play. Everything's going to be called into question because when you open yourself up for that level of criticism, because you can't seem to get the simple things done
in order.
That's the stuff that really makes people just lose.
I mean, we talking about trash pickup, man.
I mean, the simple things that we talking about.
Trash.
We at once upon a time it was trash. It was water. Now we talking about something as simple as trash. Like you said, these are basic essentials in life, man, that everybody just assumed. I never would have thought. And you know what? That goes to show, bro, how when it comes to it, let me go ahead and drop this real quick. I can move this out the way. What wound up happening is you kind of take it for granted because you just seen all our life. We just seen it kind of happening. We never thought about the I guess the business side of it. We just knew that on a particular day we needed to have our trash out there because they were going to run and pick it up.
Mm-hmm.
But you start seeing things that should have been taken care of for quite a while tend to rear its ugly head now and start to really affect the livelihood and the quality of life in the city. It just kind of, and why is that important? It's our hometown. say the least. But you also the university's in the city, and it just, you know, it just kind of is what it is, you know. So
I mean, we
I got a lot to say on that. We gonna definitely, because I don't want to just gloss through that. I think we definitely gonna have to spend some time with that, and definitely that's something we're gonna open up. And
yeah, stop 25. That's ridiculous. I mean, you shouldn't have to put trash in your car to go way across town to go dump your freaking trash. That's ridiculous.
but again, I think the thing that needs to be said about it all, bro, is that video was pretty indicative
Of what's going of
like if you want to know, if you really want to know what
change needs to happen. I don't know.
like this, I don't care what city it is. The city is going to look like its leadership.
Exactly.
It's going to look like its leadership. So if things aren't getting done, and then you go, you come up to a Madison and Rankin County and all these different spots, and you see that, hey man, business is booming, look good. It look like a whole different space, a whole different place. So just something to kind of think of. But real quick, y'all, let me upload this. This is what I've been really trying to buy myself some time so I can get this. I thought I had it in my whatchamacallit, and I didn't. Y'all gotta forgive me, man. Traveling is always it's always a challenge, and I'm not even gonna complain about kind of how the day went. I'm gonna just leave that part out.
Hey,
You know what I'm talking about.
Perfect timing in my book.
I know that's right. But real quick, let's jump into this real fast, and then we'll move on from there. So obviously, this is Blue and White Week for those that can see it. Tomorrow we got the Day of Giving. We have Giving Tuesday. So hashtag giving with JSU Athletics, Lee Williams Athletic and Assembly Center. You can go to gojsutigers.give. So tomorrow, it's also bowling night at Highland Lanes, right off of North State Street. So tomorrow we're gonna be donating to the university, man. It's a day of giving. So that's gonna kick off our day of giving for 2023. And then we're going to move on to Wednesday. Wednesday, April 12th. It's going to be the 5th annual Ashley Robinson W.C. Gordon golf tournament. Look, it's sold out, brother.
I saw
it. Sold out. So if you didn't get a chance to go to the, if you didn't get a chance to book that, you might have missed out on you missed out on this one. So
I mean, I got to up my game.
Hey, you missed out on this one, bro. You weren't crucified, bro. Like, stop playing the victim, Jeremiah. Like, I know what Zoe said, but we'll come back to that. Like, come on, bro. Like, it's heavily discussed by me. First of all, let me say this. Let me go ahead and address something. I don't speak on nothing until I know what the details are. If Zoe can speak for himself when he comes up here, and what he said was that it was basically not as bad as folks was making. And as a matter of fact, here you come now. And we'll get into that. We're talking about the embarrassment of leadership. Again, like it ain't like I think that's irrelevant. And that's fine. If you want to have that moment and say you got crucified, no, you didn't get crucified. I mean, he just had a comment. His comment was, the way it was being painted, it ain't like trash all over the place. But then again, things can change pretty quickly. That was a little bit over a week ago. So, anywho, you want to comment on that? Jeremiah said he got crucified because I guess he was saying that he mentioned like now it's heavily being talked about. Like, okay, bro, you get a thumbs up for mentioning the trash situation because now I'm speaking on how embarrassing the leadership was, and the video that you sent me was pretty damn despicable. So I just don't want to lose time in the conversation worrying about what was said and what wasn't said a few days ago. So I'm gonna go ahead and say you were right, bro, and I didn't know enough to speak on it. So yeah, that makes it better, I guess. I don't know what's going on, bro.
Y'all hear me?
I can hear you just fine.
Yeah.
What's up, everybody? Killer Ken, Black Moses, I Love Family. Hey man, it's a nice top you got on right there, bro.
Yeah, I already addressed it, man. I said shout out to Jersey Wade, man. He put the Ken clock 1400 on the back and everything for me.
No, he getting like Austin with his underarm.
It's all good. Look, he got his Tigers on. I just had to let the world know I'm a world champion in my birth year. You know what I'm saying?
No, man. Now we got a lot to touch on. All we've covered so far, though, is we was going into the blue and white week, and then I just so happened I made the terrible mistake of looking into the chat while I'm trying to cover something. So it usually ain't a good thing, but not a bad thing. But I get just sidetracked and distracted sometimes when we're trying to cover stuff, and we. But I know Justin Reagan's going to come on, preferably 9:30. I sent him the link, so he'll definitely be coming on, and whenever he joins, we'll add him to the stream. But as I told him, I said we're gonna have our permanent panel, those that come up, not panel, but the whole crew, the group of folks that come up daily, and then we'll open the show up toward the end for comments and questions or any of that type stuff. So if you're gonna be on the camera, and then too, if you're gonna be on the screen for an extended period of time, we're gonna request that you be on camera. That's the other thing. So if being on camera is not something you want to do, don't come up. Not to ask a question. No. So I want to make sure I clarify that. If you're sitting on the screen and you're up here with us, then for an extended period of time, then we're gonna ask that you be on camera. If not, just come on, say the comment, then you can back out, and then we'll go from there. That's gonna be the way we're gonna move with it going forward. But so we touched on we was going through blue and white week, and then I'll come back to that stuff because we're gonna spend some time talking about what's going on in the city and leadership or lack thereof, and so forth and so on. So I'm not gonna look in the chat. That's not what I'm on at the moment because I do want to cover what we were talking about. So I'll jump right back into that because I got about 12 things over here. I got bookmarked.
Hey, look, man. I know we got a lot to get into, but it's blue and white week, man. We're gonna get some football Saturday, dog.
Man, that's what I'm talking about.
Saturday, and before Saturday, dog, we got. I mean, I'm about to turn to Zoe Milkerson on Wednesday.
Hey man, well, if that's the case, let me jump right back into what I was doing. First things first, like I said, tomorrow is the day of giving. Go JSU.com. GoJSUTigers.com/give. So whatever, $1, $5, $10, $20, $50, whatever. Just donate to the university. Let's make it an impactful day in blue and white. Show your true blue and white spirit, and make sure we send that donation to the school on tomorrow. Wednesday, I was telling them we got the Ashley Robinson Golf Tournament, the 5th annual, and I actually was here before you came up. Sold out. Whisper Lake Country Club, Annandale, Madison, Mississippi, Lake Caroline. So if you haven't had a chance to book this, you won't get in on this one. You can try it next year, or you can try homecoming. I think we have one during homecoming as well, but usually during the spring we always have this one. So so we'll be golfing on Wednesday, and then Thursday. What we got on Thursday? We got the Leadership and Legacy Health Fair panel. Walter Payton and Gordon Theater. So that piece will be going on. And then you got the Spring 2022 Student Athlete Day of Community Service. So National Student Athlete, they'll be from 3 to 6 at the athletics field. Friday. Ooh, shout out to all the AD Club members out there, man. I got the AD Club reception. Gonna be Friday night. Your boy gonna be there. So if we got any AD Club members in the chat, I'll see you guys on Friday night for sure. And then Saturday, we got the 5K, the Sweetness Walk, the 16th annual Sweetness 5K run/walk. It's gonna kick off, start at the Walter Payton Recreation and Wellness Center, 8 a.m. And of course, we got what we all came to see. We got the JSU annual Spring Blue and White game, which is gonna kick off at 3 p.m. at the Vet. Shout out to them boys, them Under Armour boys, man. Shout out to Savin McGee. Shout out to Rico Powell. Shout out to Jalen Hughes. I love that edit right there, man. So Saturday, It'll be the spring game, obviously at the vet. I hope that thing looks just like that picture down there, y'all. See that picture?
Mm-hmm.
That'll be fire right there. It'll be fire. Nook says it's gonna be anywhere from 25 to 30 in that thing, so.
Well, we're definitely expected 20, but I've been pushing for 30. And look, tell everybody on here, we got 467 in here. Man, listen, I'm asking, I'm pleading today. Man, tell your neighbor, tell your sibling, tell your partner, your friend. Bro, we need y'all out there Saturday, man.
It's free.
If you care anything about JSU, we need you that Saturday.
Man, we got so many recruits gonna be at this game, man. This is
$3.99.
Oh, that's another topic right there, bro. We're gonna have so many dang old recruits at this game. It's gonna make your head spin. And I'm talking about elite level recruits at this game.
Yes, sir.
Man, listen, we got. I mean, it'd be anywhere from 50 to 75 to 100 recruits easily.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about. I've actually had a couple of recruits inbox me. Hey, is the boom gonna be there? I'm like, you best to believe they gonna be there. Oh yeah, they coming marching in that thing, strutting in there. It's gonna be a great game day atmosphere. We got Coach Walker coming in this thing. We got Blue from Blue Bloods in this thing. We're gonna have
Flights are gonna be there.
We just to say a few. We got quite a few that's gonna be in town and looking to definitely fellowship and connect with these brothers and. They do good work, and we appreciate it. So after that game, of course, you got the blue. We got the blue and white finale, man. We got the Guard the Yard blue and white week finale. That's Saturday night. Hopefully, you guys have already gotten your ticket. DJ Unpredictable, Karamu, Cunning, he's definitely been promoting this thing big time. This channel is one of the sponsors of this event. We appreciate to be able to collaborate with Brother Karamu and all of the sponsors that put a small part into this event. We're expecting this event to be absolutely amazing. And going into Sunday, you have the Blue and White Week brunch. That's going to be at the M Bar, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. So that's right after they're going to have the brunch over at the M Bar. Shout out to Big Brother Richard Bradley over there, owners, and Brother D and everybody, man, that have invested in that establishment to make it one of the top spots in the city of Jackson, man. So that'll pretty much conclude the week. And then, of course, there's a few other things in there. You got the, like I said, we got the baseball game on Tuesday night. Mm-hmm. On Friday, you got athletic, got softball against Bethune-Cookman. Then we got softball again on Saturday against Bethune-Cookman. And then also we have a tennis match on Saturday. So this pretty much concludes Blue and White Week. Let's see what else I wanted to get into. A couple of other things, man. A couple of other things I want to get into real quick. We'll before we get back into Blue and White, I did want to shout out a couple of basketball things, man. First up, Deja Woodard, man, signed with Ulster overseas. So she definitely, we want to definitely congratulate Deja Woodard. She had a phenomenal career at Jackson State, and be just like Deja Rogan that's over there, man, killing it overseas.
Killing it.
Her thing. So would have loved to seen her get drafted tonight in the WNBA, but she took the opportunity that was afforded to her, and we know she's going to do well. So congratulations, Deja. We hope you go over there, and well, we know you're going to go over there and represent for the blue and white and a touch of red. I love Jackson State and Coach Tamika Reed and her staff. I'm pretty sure they definitely proud of her and excited for her future. Even Coach Mo, Zoe, had a couple of commitments, bro.
Yeah, man, we got somebody from the northern side of JSU.
Yeah, got a couple of hometown kids, man. So, I think Key played in Gulfport, I think, but a couple of Mississippi kids. Not going to spend too much time into it because we are definitely going to do a show on Tiger Talk with the 1400 Club. Be sure, if you haven't already, to go over to Tiger Talk with the 1400 Club and subscribe, man. Subscribe to the platform. That we want to make sure that we highlight these young men in the best light and really be able to, give you some true meat and potatoes about, what they bring to the table. This is one thing I did want to touch on because I know Zoe went to Callaway. I did this for him.
So I'm saying.
You know,
We said it no, I heard him.
he's a co-land Wolf and had a great season, man. So we got a sophomore kid, 6'3", 205 out of Jackson, Mississippi, a guard. Great kid, man, averaging 12, shooting 46, 34 from the three-point line.
Good defender.
Look, hey, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. I mean, big guard. I know Avis was pretty happy about that. So congratulations to we want to welcome these two Tigers, man. We know Coach Mo and his staff is definitely going to do a phenomenal job in recruiting to just shape out the roster. We finished up strong, but he's adding some scoring, adding some physicality, adding, you know what I mean, some good guards, some size. That's something that we definitely going to be able to appreciate next season. So those are a few of the preliminaries. Zoe, I got you on, brother. This is the next one. This is our time to shine on this one, dog. We talked about this today, so let's go and jump on into it, man. So after an analyst put out an actual article today referencing the FCS era programs with the most NFL draft picks. And the number one FCS program in all of the world, in the nation, of most draft picks to the NFL is I love Jack State University with 42 since the FCS era began, starting with defense tackle Robert Hardy, 1979, Seattle Seahawks 10th round.
Actually, just to give you more context, from the inception of 1AA/FCS. So when 1AA started in 1978. So because before then, we were D1 for that 1 year. Before then, we were D2. So from the inception of the 1AA to the FCS, no other FCS program has had more NFL draft picks than Jack State University. The next runner-up is Grambling with 36 picks. We have 6 more. And as you very well know, from 2000 to 2020, this has been our worst 20-year stretch in Jackson State history. And even during that 20-year stretch, we still lead all of FCS with the number 1 draft picks of any other program. So not only we're the only school, no other school has led the conference in attendance the way that we have. So we lead in attendance, and we also lead in sending the most players to the NFL. My God.
Great. And then there's everybody else. We don't mean to be,
So we sit alone at the top. It's us and everybody else.
And we about to increase that too. So
I'm just saying, but when we say that, it's like, oh, we're coming off as, it's hyperbole, or what I'm saying, or nonsense, but the data is there. So we have the biggest fan base in all of FCS. We're a lightning rod of all the FCS program. We're HBCU blue blood, and we also, by the way, have the most draft picks of any school in FCS. It's right there in black and white.
Yeah, I mean, we got a great opportunity. I love the Coach O built on your tweet today. He highlighted, and then he actually mentioned all of the players that are up for that are draft eligible this year. Demetri Jordan, Tony Gray, Jason Mercier, Aubrey Miller, Isaiah Bolden, Dallas Daniels, Dejon Nugget Warren. Who'd I miss? I missed someone.
I don't know what you said.
I think that was the majority. Lane McGregor.
Tony Gray.
I mentioned Tony Gray. But the point is that we got, and so we talked about this today. We said, how many players you think in this class do you think we can get drafted this particular year?
I think we have a minimum of 3,
but
a possibility of 5.
5 is stretching it, in my opinion. I think
it is, but again, it is stretching it. But I said a minimum of 3, high 5. And so a 5 will be stretching.
Give me your 3. Give me your 3.
I told you I'm gonna shock everybody. I got Aubrey. I got Zay. I got Nugget.
No Dallas.
That's 4. I got Dallas going to Chicago Bears in the 7th round. I ain't budging off of it.
2nd round. You said 7th round?
Yeah, I said 7th.
Oh, 7th. Oh,
yeah. I'm not budging off of that. I've been saying it for almost a month now.
You did say that. I remember that. I
do.
Yeah, I remember that. I do.
But here's the thing. That's 4. But I'm gonna tell y'all.
I think Tony can get drafted.
Listen, do not be surprised. I know people gonna go crazy, but do not be surprised if Tony Gray get drafted. I'm telling y'all. Do not be surprised Tony Gray get drafted.
They did again.
But no, man. The thing about the number of draft picks is that it just shows that we are an outlier. Seriously.
Yeah.
And not only that, to put it in context, it goes to everything that we sell and we tell recruits now. Come to Jackson State. You're gonna have eyeballs on you. The scouts are gonna come see you. We get guys drafted to the NFL. No other school has sent more players in the NFL since the FCS was created, or one AA has been created than us. Mm-hmm. No other school has had more first-round draft picks than us. That's a fact. No other FCS program has sent more first-round draft picks to the NFL than Jackson State. It's a fact. Most first-rounders, most draft picks, scouts come see you. We're going to get upwards of 50,000 every home game. Why not come to JSU? Who else could do that? Show me my opponent. Who else can do it? And as I said, who got better than us? Nobody. No other HBCU or no other FCS program can say that. I tell you what, Ken. Hey, man, we're sitting here talking right now saying that we're going to get 20,000 for our spring game. Name me another FCS program that's going to do that or come close to it. Ain't none.
No, they don't exist.
The average FCS program has a stadium capacity of 20,000, and yet we're going to get 20,000 for our spring game. Now, granted, what I'm saying is I could just hear somebody right now yelling, "Oh, you only can do that because you're in Memorial." Well, damn it, if you could do it, sell your stadium out. You can't do it.
Right.
We stand alone. We're an outlier. And I'm not being a homer when I say that. The data is there. That's not me being a homer. I don't have my blue and white glasses on. I'm not even being a fan right now. I'm just giving you raw facts. It's right there. The data's there. It's in black and white.
Yeah, I think we'll get 2 in a possible. I just think the odds just are against. I think we could legitimately have 4. I mean, my question mark is will Nugget get? I love the fact that Nugget was on NFL Network. We talked about, there'd be probably some support, from other spaces to help, him get to that. That would be dope. Plus, he's a cornerback, and then if you look at the measurables, you look at
the measurables.
Yeah, look at the toughness. I mean, you look at his is it something is a late round draft pick? I mean, is a team willing to take a chance? I mean, he did play under the greatest cornerback to ever play the game. You know what I mean? Arguably, but I think that's I'd say arguably. I'd say he's a GOAT. In that field, and you look at these 2 cornerbacks coming out. With Zay Bolden. Zay big man, big 6'1.5", 6'2", 4.3 speed, kickoff return ability. He can guard the outside, the inside. He can play the safety. He can do it. The versatility with Zay makes Zay kind of a Swiss Army knife.
Special teams, returning and just on regular special teams.
Yeah. So. Usually, late draft picks make the team with special teams. That's the same thing James Houston did, And now, so that's what I look at. Nugget can definitely be a good special teams player. But when he drafted, I don't know. The chances are there. Dallas Daniels has a great chance of getting drafted, but think about it. This is the reason why I say has a chance, because check this out. This is something that came out either today or yesterday. They said the scouts don't really feel like this is a very deep draft for wide receivers. That may play into his favor. They're going to see Jackson and Njukwu from Ohio State, the only player that's first round worthy from the wide receiver position. So
I think Jigman and Addison like you only really.
Yeah.
Well, the one thing Zay did over everybody else is that Zay, everything that he did from a numbers standpoint was everything is so high and elite
Yeah.
that Zay stands in the position because he has the measurables and he has elite measurables for his skill set.
Mhm.
So now he has the numbers to back that up. So what Zay is really going to fall in line with is because of what he has, somebody falling in love with him. And all he needs is just that one team because he has everything else.
This is kind of my thoughts on that. LA, that's a great point. I mean, this is really my thought. You know, I don't know if we would get 4. That's really, and there's some FBS teams that don't get 4. And I mean, 4 is insane. 2 is amazing, given the fact that we had, but there may be some obstacles there. You know what I mean? I don't know.
I'm gonna tell you something. Though the 4 that we have, you cannot let this go by. The 4 that we have has one thing that the other FCS program don't have. That is a Hall of Fame cornerback with relationships that's actually pulling for you and trying to pull strings for you. We cannot underestimate that. Because again, like I told Ken today, don't let it go unknown to all of y'all. Y'all saw Nugget play this year, right? Nugget has great measurables, but Nugget didn't play a whole lot this year. Nugget was on NFL Network last week. How many of the FCS players that's barely played is on NFL Network getting interviewed? And we can't just sweep that under the rug. Like, seriously. I mean, you have a lot of FCS players that got better tape and had a whole lot better production. And Nugget is my guy.
Mm-hmm. It's our guy. Yeah.
Last week. That's not by happenstance, folks. It's not.
Mhm.
I tell you what. I think the number 1 FCS player that's going to get drafted is going to be that lineman from North Dakota State.
Oh, without question.
Yeah.
After the Senior Bowl, you ain't heard his name or seen him nowhere. You see what I'm saying? Like, granted, he has great film and his name is out there. It's not a shot at him because the dude he's damn good. But the point I'm making is as juxtaposed to Nugget. And Nugget's on NFL Network. So, I mean, you take a look at that. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, that has a lot to go with it. So, understand that I think Nugget, I think he got a damn good shot to get drafted. I do. I really do.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll see. We rooting for him. I mean, is this month? What we 2 weeks out?
Yeah, 27.
Yeah, 26. And yeah, man, we definitely gonna be excited. I mean, we get 1, 2, man, I'm just gonna be ecstatic to see where they go. I mean, just to see their names called, that would be amazing. That would be 3 draft picks in 2 years. I think it'll cap off the Coach Prime era. 2 SWAC championships, 3 NFL draft picks. Didn't get a Celebration Bowl under him, but I mean, that's still pretty huge to get that many players to get drafted. Said Ken's face when you say Hall of Fame corner. What I missed? What my face? What was you talking about with Hall of Fame corner? I'm lost. I don't even know what they're talking about.
No, when I was talking about Nugget, I was saying, the 4 players we got. I was saying we got a Hall of Fame corner that was vouched for him.
Oh no, my face didn't have nothing to do with that. Yes, indeed. Let me
Yeah, what it is. Nigga, I can't complain. Shit, it's my favorite player all time. He gonna always be my favorite player all time. Can't take that from him.
Oh yeah, we gotta change the name of that walk too.
Huh?
We gotta change the name of that 5K walk. We can't call it a sweetness walk.
Only you with.
I'm just saying. Walter Payton 5K or something.
Yeah, that's a.
Just saying that kind of.
Oh wow, USC hiring Cliff Kingsbury to work with quarterbacks. Interesting. See, that's Pac-12 business.
Watch your teeth.
Hey, you going there? Hey, you get Cliff Kingsbury working with Caleb Williams over there. That's pretty. Hey.
Yeah, I really want to have him.
I like him as a position coach. That ain't bad at all. It's not a bad look. We're gonna try to hold off a little bit more to get let me see if we can get Reagan in this thing. Man, and one thing we got to do. This is something that I do want to say.
Hold on, Ron. You say what's the total that JSU drafted? That is the total. We've had 42 players since the creation of 1AA. That's the total. 1AA/FCS. We've had 42 players drafted since then. That's not leading HBCUs. That's leading all of 1AA/FCS. Are we good, Ken?
Okay.
My bad. Go ahead, bro.
No, you good. I mean, this is what we was into anyway. You know what I'm saying? I was saying like we just the thing about, and this is something that's funny about the portal. It just seemed like the thing that does kind of get a little annoying at times is that every player that jumps in the portal, we think the coaches are gonna go full court press after them. We have to give light to the fact that the coaches have a plan, they have a strategy, they have things that they go ahead.
No, I'll go ahead. I'll go
This is something that, from a standpoint of just communication, you know what I'm saying? Like, I would just say a good practice would be to show the love to the players that the coaches are offering. Every so often, though, we see one that just come and we possibly can put them in the hands of the coach and say, hey, look at this player right here, coach. But trust me, just like you see the players entering the portal, he has an entire staff that also sees that. And somebody would send, they'll send a player and they're like, hey, what's the, and I'm like, did we offer this kid? Is coach looking at this kid? Is it just somebody you like, or is it just, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's just, it's like, why I don't want to be harsh, but I also don't want to waste any time on every single player that enters the portal because you think, oh, let's go after. Like, trust me, y'all. The reason I say if the coach ain't looking at him, it's literally a waste of time. And I would rather you not contact me about it. Mm-hmm. Just save me the conversation. I'm being honest, man. Like I'm serious. Now, so how often do we see coaches offer these kids? And trust me, y'all, every offer is not going to hit Twitter. Mm-hmm. Every offer is not going to be shown on Light On Sports and some of the other platforms. I mean, Light On. Shout out to Johnny Dobbs. He do a great job, by the way. But my point is that when it comes to, oh snap, we pause on that. We got, there you go.
There you go. What's up, fellas?
What's up? You got your hair done. You done, bro?
Yeah, we're done.
Hey, what's going on, man? Shout out to you guys, bro. We was just talking. We did all our preliminaries, man, and you guys are some inner city entrepreneur rock stars right now, man. Got the news behind you. Let me throw up a couple of them clips, man. Let's see where we at over here. Let's see. I don't want to speak on most of it because this is something that we kind of saw you put out, Justin, on your page.
Yeah,
I touched on this on Friday, but and then another one today. I'm not subscribed to the Clarion Ledger, but I thought this is pretty cool right here. They put this out a couple of days ago. Justin Reagan, Alexander Shaw are going on about 4 hours of sleep each night this week. Two entrepreneur college teammates, man, and friends that are taking it upon themselves, man, to basically be leaders, man, and go out and start addressing this trash. So I wanted to get you guys on more specifically because y'all know we just covered Jackson State. And, you guys have represented Jackson State well, and played at Jackson State, and now you guys have gone into the entrepreneur business. So, man, I want to hear from y'all, man. Talk to us about what happened, how you guys got into business. Let's talk about how you got into this trash pickup, and then we'll build on it from there.
So a couple of years ago, we were working for this moving company, and I was asking them about like startup costs and advertising and all that, and this is something me and Shockey wanted to do. But at the time, we were busy with school and football. So now that we're done, it was the perfect time to start. But with the trash pickup, so I was trying to figure out ways to advertise because, Google's kind of expensive. Facebook ads wasn't really working. Nextdoor app was like our biggest thing. And so for a couple of weeks, I saw like people complaining about their trash not being picked up. I was like, I'm not going to pick up trash, stuff like that. And the Holy Spirit just said, step up. And I was going back and forth with it. I was like, nah. And then it was like, what, Monday, I just posted, like I'll pick up trash, $15 per house. And the next day just blew up. My phone was ringing off the hook. And I was expecting like 50 people. I got 1,000.
Wow.
Yeah, a lot.
So you say so when you say 1,000, break that down for me. You got 1,000 requests for pickup?
Oh, houses. Yeah, houses.
Wow. So talk to us about kind of the methodology, what it looks like. I'm from Jackson, but I don't live in Jackson anymore. But I kind of opened up, just kind of discussed it with just the leadership and how we got ourselves in this predicament. Even though you guys are being amazing, just ambassadors and jumping right in the midst of it. What does that look like for you guys? Like, if you want to expound a little bit more, is there still, do you still have a need for others to help? Are you still looking for those to join your team?
Actually, wait, help me, or do we want to help like other people?
Well, let's talk about both of them, because I know you when you on your initial post, you were saying you were looking for some people that had a dump truck.
A CDL. So because I need more dump trucks, like more drivers that can drive dump trucks. I do, but I wanted to help more in South Jackson too. But the thing is, I need lists. I can't just have individual people hitting me up like, hey, can you come here, come there? Because the first week you're driving all around
everywhere.
But I need it more organized. So like HOAs in South Jackson are just people that are willing to talk to their neighbors and get some lists together. Because right now we're just in North Jackson and Fondren and some of Belhaven.
Wow.
I tell you what, one thing we could definitely do on this platform, we got over 500 people here live right now. We're definitely going to have everybody hit up your page. Shout out where we can follow you, the business name, and we can actually get that circulated. I just recently got back to Jackson, and I'm gonna try to do some other things by getting out with other people, man, to get your page out so we can have more people hitting you guys up, man. But just shout out to your business name so we can have everybody here to actually go hit up the page and share your page.
It's TNC Movers LLC. So T, then the and sign, C, Movers LLC.
All right, cool.
Awesome.
But also, I mean, you guys mentioned what has it been like for you in the past 48 hours, man, since you started? I know you guys. I mean, again, people hear that number, 1,000 houses. Like, let me explain something to you. I work for the post office. I deliver roughly to about 400 houses a day on my route. So that's not even half of what you're doing. And look, I started at 7:30. I just got home when I got here to do this and jump on this live. You guys are touching more than what I'm doing in my workday. So explain that so these people can actually put it in context about hitting 1,000 houses.
I'm gonna show you my phone.
Wow.
If I can.
That's unheard of.
And that's all in one day.
We were starting at 5:30 in the morning, going till about 12:30 a.m.
Wow.
It just keeps going, then it just loads and just keeps going.
Wow.
My voicemail box is just about full.
And you know the beautiful thing
about
about
a little bit since I posted, it has to be organized. Like, we're not taking individuals; it's got to be a group. For those first couple of days, nah.
But you know what? The beautiful thing about what you just shown was the age-old saying, be careful what you ask for, you just might get it. You wrestle with the fact of, I don't want to do trash. And then you got trash and you can't stop work now.
Yep.
Amazing how that works, right?
Yep.
You might go down to the council and get that contract.
I guess my question would be, if you had a group, let's say there's a neighborhood, someone that's in a neighborhood that's on maybe an HOA association, and they want to contact you, what would be the best method for them to reach out? So I want to make sure I summarize it. So because I'm always saying for those that are watching, make sure you listen to what we're saying. It doesn't need individuals. You need really mostly CDLs, guys that have trucks, those that can make an impact, that can add to that. And then two, he's looking for a list of houses. So what you're trying to do is the bundle is what works, not just individual. If you can get a couple of neighborhoods at a time, that would probably be something that would be advantageous. So let's say someone is looking, what would be the best method of communication to reach you, Alex?
I'd say email.
Okay. And I got your email here. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna post this.
I'm gonna send you my work email.
Okay, good deal.
I want to ask you guys something that's going to be kind of crazy, but being that you guys are former athletes, man, they actually play football. Could you guys see any correlation to some of your football lessons that's actually that you can contribute and apply to what you guys are doing now?
I guess what we can really apply to it is like the whole waking up early. You know, we kind of used to that, so like now it's just really just something that we've been doing. So, and also another thing that can kind of correlate to everything is just like
the grind.
Yeah, just the grind. Like you just gotta you're gonna get tired, but you just gotta keep going. Like you can't stop.
Well, look, I definitely want to tell you guys this, man, while we got you here. I want to commend you guys because you guys are fresh out of college. And let me just share something with you. You guys are the example of what we need young black men to be. You're graduates of JSU football, but you come out of college and instead of just, going into the regular workforce, both of you had the gumption and withdrawal to say we want to start our own thing and become entrepreneurs. And it's like for any entrepreneur, it's rough in the beginning because you're trying to find your way and find your footing. And you wrestle with how you're going to get started. But the way God works is he's going to create an avenue that you're going to be uncomfortable. And all of us adults know life begins when you get uncomfortable. So here you are with a little uncomfort, and now look at the work you got. I mean, it's a testament. It's right there for you, man. So stay the course, stay with it. It's going to be uncomfortable. Like you said, you're starting up at 5 a.m, you get done at 12:30. But I'm going to tell you something. Nothing lasts forever, not even life itself. So stay the course. I believe, man, you guys are on the cusp of something really, 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 really great. For real. You almost come to mind like the guy on the Soul Food TV show. He started his own trash company, and that thing blew up. And you guys are young, man. You guys in your early 20s. Mm-hmm. And you're entrepreneurs. You have your own company out the gate. Now you just got to get work, maintain that work, get some guys up under you. You got the foundation. Well, you're laying the foundation right now. Only thing you're looking forward to now is just to grow and bloom, man. So kudos to you young guys, bro.
Thanks.
Yeah, and too, man, like you guys are, let's talk about TNC Movers. This is a moving company. So those that may need that service, I know they're picking up trash at the moment, but there's a need for that as well. This is also your guys. So make sure you get that email, man. Contact at TNC Movers. So that's TAND. It's on the screen. If anyone, because what's going to happen, we usually get anywhere from 3 to 4, sometimes 5,000 that may look at the stream. Everybody is not watching it live, so they'll catch it on the next go round. So, if you're watching this and it's not live, be sure to shoot Justin and Alexander an email, and don't waste their time. Like make sure you're specific and do the work on the front end, because one thing about being in business, being an entrepreneur, being in business, man, I was just talking about that. Me and Zoe have been doing little recruiting stuff for the university, not for the university, but we've been kind of involved in recruiting. And trust me, the thing that slows you down more than anything is a waste of time for just frivolous information. Like do the work, and like I said, come up with the list. And like I said, there may be someone that may want to join you guys because they may have a truck. They may feel like they can make an impact, and maybe they did not think about it the way you guys have. So that could be some inspiration there. So hey, Ken, so I have a gentleman watching now that owns his line of dump truck. Hey, see, there we go. See, TD Tarante is actually a part of this platform. He's actually a videographer, KC 1400 Media Group. So when we go into the football season and we're getting content for this particular platform, he and Marcus, who's on the screen right now, are part of this. So it's a good guy to know right here. I'll give him your contact. Like, this is a personal friend of mine. So we'll definitely figure out who this gentleman is, and we'll definitely get you connected, man. But like Zoe said, I just felt like, dude, this is amazing. You said you guys got the news station supposed to be coming to do a story.
W16. She just hit me up on. It was a reporter. She just hit me up on Instagram.
What's up, man?
Yeah, what was that? The same day you hit me up.
That's dope.
That's what's up, man. It's amazing. It's amazing how you wrestle with trash. And look what trash doing for you.
Now we just say, looking forward to it. Another man's treasure.
We're doing a moving job today. He said, "Man, this is boring. I want to go get some trash."
Hey, trash a whole lot lighter than that.
Hey, that trash don't look so bad now, do it?
Trash a whole lot lighter than that entertainment system.
The day I move to Jackson, that will be soon. I will call TNC. Yeah, man. Y'all make sure, man. Y'all make sure y'all saving this email, man, because email works. Email works. It allows us to.
Word of mouth does too.
Yeah, it does. But I'm saying the email, because the inquiries they'll have time to, and you may have to graft in somebody to do the admin for you, man. If you don't already have that right now, trust me, it helps, because believe you me, we use email through this platform. And look, I'm here for you anytime you need. You guys, we're offering you guys an opportunity to come on. If you got something you need to share, if you want to update us anytime, bro, just shoot a text message. And then I've been on Austin. I know you probably don't care, but we had a great interview in New Orleans, man, for the Legacy Bowl. But the damn sound, the audio, my microphone was not on the whole time. So we're using your microphone. So he's having to doctor up the video, and plus he's busy. He's super busy, with Under Armour stuff and Blue and White Week. Trust me, he's gonna get that interview out. And I think it's gonna be even greater now because we've had you and I want to keep calling Alex Shaky so bad. I know, man. Hey, a true story. I was messing with him, man. I'm good. His brother is my friend, man. Shout out to Fred. I was at his house, man. You got to let me hear that them tapes, man, when we was rapping on.
Man, I'm gonna have to go find them so I can play them for you.
Yes, indeed, man. Shout out to Fred, bro. Fred Shaw, that's my boy, man. We graduated high school together, and like I said, but man, I'm truly proud of you guys. I know everybody that's watching this is just inspired and impacted by what you guys are doing. Like Zoe said, stay the course. Keep setting an example. Keep leading by example. One of the things we guys have done, I know that you made this may probably be your first time tuning in. We've done a lot of things just through this platform from a community standpoint, crowd surfing, bought the office line shoot, different things we've done at the university, just by collective group economics, collectively coming together. And this is what you guys are doing. And I just doff my hat off to you. I really do, man. I'm so inspired by what you guys are doing, bro. And I'm telling you, I absolutely hate, I'm not going to hold back when I say this. I hate that the city is in the shape that it's in because of the decisions of a few. But Jackson is so damn resilient, bro, that this is what Jackson is about. It's about what people have seen through this platform, what people are seeing in you guys, and you guys are leaders, man. And I think they should give y'all a damn key to the city, man. They need to honor y'all. Once we get to, I'm serious. Hey, if they do that, bro, we coming. I'm gonna be there.
Get that thing with T.I. We gonna get it to y'all. I think T.I. got one and Drake got one. There's two keys we need back.
She said, my niece is in her early 30s. She owns a dump truck business in Jackson, so I will share and we'll rally around you guys. So proud of them. See, that's how one thing we've learned about this chat, man, is that we got some superstar citizens of Jackson and true blue tigers, man, that watch this show, that support this platform, man. And listen, it ain't we ain't doing nothing no different than what you guys are doing. We talking on YouTube, y'all building y'all moving people, and now you're into the trash business. But I don't think it's really the trash business. You guys are in the people business.
Yeah,
You got moved by people having the need. The trash is just what we're doing, you know. But again, what's up, Bishop? He just said Ken. Okay, he said C. Marcus Miles coming. We own A1 rocks in the box, gravel, and earth supplies. What we could do
Wow.
to help?
Be saying whatever we can do to help.
Yeah. Man, that's what's up, bro. So, hey, listen, shoot him an email. Let me go back up to this email real quick. Hey, anything for you guys? We ain't gonna hold you too much long because I'm pretty sure your phone gonna be blowing up soon.
And y'all need some damn sleep. You've been up since 5 o'clock this morning.
We tired. He was sleeping in the car.
Yeah.
We still gotta put these lists.
We not related, are we? I said we not related, are we?
This joker, he'll be sleep too, man. No, hey, I'd much rather you sleep in the car man, while you're rolling. Just pull over and take a nap. Trust me.
Hey, Justin, C. Lee got a question for you. Click on that, Ken.
I gotta scroll back down.
Oh, man.
Hey,
Hey, Justin, that's y'all logo right there.
hey, that was a good one. That was a good one.
See, like, that was a good one. Hey, Justin, that's y'all logo right there.
So Marcus
Oh my God.
Miles actually owns trucks.
Okay.
So they have a gravel rocks and gravel business. So they own trucks. So hey Marcus, man, hit them up through email if you don't mind, brother. Hit them up through email. One more time, I'm gonna put this up, and I'm gonna leave this up throughout the show. I'll keep revisiting it, even when you guys head out. But where the hell my comment go? There we go. So contact at tncmovers.com. So y'all definitely go ahead and shoot that email. All my truck owners, everybody that knows somebody that got a truck.
Man, drivers too. And
Drivers. Yeah, once you get them trucks, you're gonna need some drivers. So looking for work, looking to get involved. Hey, let's make it happen.
We need that CDL. Gotta have that CDL.
Yes, sir. They got a truck, trust me. I'm pretty sure they got it. Well,
No, don't bank on that.
I said we in Jackson.
Don't bank on that.
That's why I had to stop.
Hey, Amnesty Week ain't happened yet.
Got that right.
But anyway, can you burn the trash? That bit? Can we burn the trash?
No, we try and get trash picked up.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, don't burn it.
No, don't burn it. We try and get it picked up.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
It's a whole different ball game.
Get a list of the homeowners associations and get them contracts ASAP.
Exactly.
And that is a great idea. Figure out if you guys know how to get access to that list. Shoot that email over. Do the work for them. All y'all. If all we got to do is a little research to lighten things up. They need truck drivers. They need trucks. We're gonna blow this thing up. Y'all know what we do. We get active, man. Y'all need anything from us? We ain't gonna hold you up too much longer, man.
I'll let you know. We're gonna get back to scheduling and making these lists.
All good, man. Appreciate you, bro, for coming on, man. Again, like I said, proud of you guys, man. Definitely proud of you guys, bro. And keep doing what you're doing. We're gonna definitely. I'm pretty sure I'll get some comments. And listen, if you guys want to got tongue tied. You can shoot me an email at kc1400mediagroup@gmail. It's all good. We Joan on here too now. I got comebacks now. It's all good.
We don't.
No, but anyway, if you don't get his email, shoot me an email and I'll send it to him. Like I said, Justin and Shaky, bro, appreciate y'all, man, for coming on, man. Y'all keep doing what you're doing. Hit me up if you need anything. If like I said, if you want to come back on, you said it's gonna be WAPT. You got 16? Yeah.
16.
Yeah, that's what's up. Well, good deal, man. All right, brother. Appreciate you for coming on, man.
Hey, man, appreciate y'all, man. Go get y'all some rest, man.
Well,
Peace out, Bob.
I don't know how to leave.
Good news right there, man.
What's up, man?
Good news right there.
Okay.
Hey, Marcus, you know what, bro? That's really what we try to do. They gonna have. I'm pretty sure they're gonna have somebody out there that's working with them. Austin is tied up right now. We got somebody that actually reached out to me today, asking about some potential work, and we'll see. Oh, nice. Okay, this is. Oh, thank you, T. So Marcus is actually TD's contact. So I'm gonna go ahead and share this now. I'm gonna send this over to Justin right now, and y'all go ahead and get connected, man. Let's make this thing happen, bro. So unfortunately, sometimes when the leaders, we ain't got time, bro, for these folks to stop, fighting and all that good old stuff, man. We got to get to we got to get active. And that's what Jackson is all about, man. We're resilient people. You know what I mean? People can. A lot of goofy stuff happens, man, which is what allows outsiders though to come in and piss on our name, and piss on our city, and think that it's okay to just, treat us like misfits. But this is why you have to think about the greater good when you in leadership and you making decisions.
Man, I'm not trying to even go in left field, but I just gotta say this because it just hit me. Man, that whole thing that they doing, it's a word, bro. I don't think people understand it. Through any type of mess you're going through, chaos in your life.
Where Rochelle at right now? Where you at, Rochelle? Let me see what time. She might be coming on in the next 8 minutes. She's been training. That's right, 8:30.
Any type of chaos you got going in your life or mess going on, God creates an opportunity. And that's all you get from that. It's a lot of foolishness, chaos in Jackson. But through all that chaos, it presented an opportunity, man. And you got some young kids fresh out of college looking for an opportunity, doing something that they really don't want to do. And the opportunity presented itself, man. Just think about that.
You know what? We try to be solutions driven, man. We can waste a lot of time complaining about what ain't. We solution driven people, man. And it's kind of tough to see that and just know that you can make an impact. And that's one of the reasons why we want to do a nonprofit, man. There's so many ways that we can get active. I'm big on mentorship, big on things like financial literacy, things that could change the trajectory of our community as a whole. Hey, I summoned her up and she arrived. What's happening? You're on mute. Come on now. You're on mute.
Come on, I need you to be technically on it now.
Say what?
I need you to be technically on it.
Saved but kind of savage. What I'm gonna do with you?
There you go.
What you do?
I'm saying.
Y'all see how that works?
I have a Peter Red spirit. I pray over you and cuss you out and cut you at the same time, just depending on the day you come.
You better know it.
Did you just say Peter Red?
Peter Red.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll be John Brown.
How you doing? Y'all got. How was the weather in Mississippi this week?
Today? It was beautiful today.
Great.
Absolutely gorgeous.
How's supposed to be Saturday?
Huh?
How's supposed to be Saturday?
Good.
Okay.
Good tank. Man, I asked you see what Tank comment?
Yeah. Let me I ain't gonna jump into that. We talked about that. I ain't gonna get into that. I'm gonna leave that alone.
All right, Rochelle, you go ahead, people. Since you
I'm gonna leave that alone.
Go ahead and address the people. So we covered quite a bit, but we had Justin Reagan and Alexander Shaw with TNC Movers LLC. These guys are inspirational and true ambassadors, man, of what being what true blue means. You know what I mean? And it's not just about sports; it's about community. It's about unity, community, and just yeah.
Do what we do. Fill in the gaps, as you say.
I saw that. I'm gonna go back and look at it. And Wednesday, I think I got 2 more trainings. So I'm tired, y'all. I just want to go to sleep, but I can't. I'm tired.
You saw that too, AB. Al B spoke up. Yes, indeed, man. But no, it's it's unfortunate that that's something that we have to even deal with. But what you say? We talked about chaos, right? Jackson seems like it's in a state of chaos nonstop. It just keeps trading out chaotic state for the chaotic state. But
that's because they don't know they in chaos, but they haven't the lesson will keep coming back until you learn the lesson, right?
Well, look, since
It's
y'all,
like a little snowball, and you start at the top of that mountain, that thing just keep rolling and rolling and rolling and rolling, and eventually it's just gonna continue to grow.
well, look, since y'all on it, I told Kenny today, I'm gonna say it. Damn it, I don't care.
go ahead, Zoe. I got
Look,
I'm finna grab.
look,
Hold on.
I'm gonna say it because Nook to brought it up. I said I was gonna say that, but I'm gonna say it, man. I always say how you do anything is how you do everything. Okay. I love my city. All right. Jackson is dealing with a lot of mess. All right. Now everybody knows a good bulk of what we deal with was all political and racial. But this garbage stuff, it's on us, right? And I say us, I mean the leadership. But I'm gonna say this, and I mean this. I don't care if y'all clip this or whatever. But when I look at Jackson, if I was to say, come into town, look at Jackson. Jackson is a great appearance, the greatest illustration of what I could present to you all of what Jackson is and who Jackson is. The greatest illustration I could give you is Kenneth Stokes. If anybody asks me what Jackson look like, it's Kenneth Stokes. Kenneth Stokes is the prime caricature of Jackson, Mississippi. I'm dead serious. We got a buffoon that sits up there, ain't had his hairline in 30 years, with a hat in a city council meeting with his name on the damn head. Literally talking about trucks parked where they're parked at the airport, as if like the last time I checked, the airport ain't even in Jackson. Like he is a buffoon, and he is a model illustration of what Jackson is. So if I sit there, when you sit there and look at the disarray that the city is in, I have no better illustration and say, there go Jackson right there. Look at it. Look at it.
Because they keep voting him in, and I don't know who he
Hold
is.
on. I'm like, just look at it. Go look at that dude right there. That's Jackson.
What's his name?
That's Kenneth Stokes. Kenneth Stokes. That's Jackson right there. However you view Jackson, whatever your opinion of Jackson, Kenneth Stokes is Jackson. When you see him, that's Jackson. And until that changes, that's going to be Jackson. Everything he does is Jackson.
Oh, damn.
Exactly. He is Jackson. So how you view the city, look at him. He don't keep himself. He looks a myth. The dude ain't had a line in 30 years. He wear these oversized zoot suits and walk around with a hat with his name on it like his player.
I see it.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's Jackson. So
well, here you go. Let's go deeper. And they comfortable with him being there. Okay, that's it.
I'm just saying that is Jackson. So until that changes, that's gonna be Jackson. So until not only you get him out of there, but that's the illustration of Jackson. He looked like potholes. He looked like trash on the street. He is the perfect illustration of Jackson.
So you've been to counseling because you didn't.
I ain't been to counseling. I live on my own. I
promise. You just saying Rochelle what a lot of people feel.
No, Rochelle. God made me his image.
But what I'm saying is that I told somebody, if you want to know how something is going on, look at the reflection of who's in it. So based on what you're saying, chaos is on the council. But this is the bad part about it. The people in the city of Jackson is so used to chaos. Watch this though, they don't even realize it's chaos yet.
He is the perfect illustration of Jackson, Mississippi, and he is going. I'm telling you. I'm not saying he's Jackson. Like I'm telling you, hey, I'm Jackson. I'm a Jew through and through. That's not what I'm saying.
I
I'm
know
saying if you need a visual image of what
I
Jackson
get it.
Mississippi is, look at him. And then not only that, not only the visual, watch how he carry himself. Watch how he talks. Listen to the foolishness that comes out of his mouth. There's a clip of him today in a vote. Go listen to that foolishness. And he thinks it's cool. He thinks he's doing something great. He is Jackson. It's a mockery the way it is.
It's unprofessional, man. You sit there almost every council meeting, you sitting there, you cussing, you calling citizen out of their name, you calling them bastards and all this.
Hold on. And somebody gave the example in the chat earlier. I don't know what's that other guy in the other city that's real popular that acts a fool to that. We don't need that neither. Cause that ain't cool. We like mess and drama. We don't need none of that. We need leadership, and we need prompt, good decorum and leadership. Nothing what he does is good. I'm gonna be honest. Nothing he's ever done has been good. If your claim to fame is just putting Easter signs and holiday signs in people's yard in your ward, I'm sorry, that's not getting it. And I'm gonna say this too, because I hate to go on this tangent, but I'm gonna say this: every single person on their city council needs to be gone. I'm gonna say this too. I'm probably gonna get some flack on this. Shokwe is a friend of mine. Okay, we need a new mayor, and we need a new city council. Everybody needs to be gone. Look, there is no way in hell you can sit here and say that you are for the people of Jackson. I don't care what goes on. You do not have that meeting and sit there and say, I'm going to vote or not, or abstain from a vote, and we're going to go. There is no way. You're going to pick something today. Hey, we don't really want to go with this, but we're not going to leave this meeting and not have a contract for the people of the citizen of Jackson. If they got to pay more money, but hey, they're going to get their trash picked up. You do not sit here and go weeks, almost a month on end till we could do something again and go without trash pickup for the citizens of Jackson. I don't give a damn what you do. You sit there and say, we don't want to do this, but we're not going to leave here today without a contract for the citizens of the city of Jackson. The moment that they did that shit, every last one of their asses got to go. Mayor and every last one of the city council. I don't give a damn for the ones who voted to approve it. Your ass didn't raise your voice enough to say, hey y'all, we can't leave here like this. We got to revote. We gonna choose somebody today. We not gonna sit here and go without a contract for the citizens of the city of Jackson. It is ridiculous. It is the lowest of the low for the city of Jackson. It is ridiculous. I don't give a damn if anybody got some type of personal ties to the shit. I don't care if somebody got their own, getting their pockets lined with the shit. At the end of the day, the city of Jackson or any city in this country should go a day without having a damn contract. That is and you leave in a city in the year of our Lord of 2023, a capital city at that. Then not only that, it's the most populated black city in this country, and you ain't got a damn city contract for trash pickup. It is utterly ridiculous.
When did they vote again?
I don't know. I haven't even been keeping up with it. But the problem is the fact that I took a picture. Hold on, I took a picture today, and I was like, in somebody's yard, they literally got. I'm not even exaggerating. They literally got like a week worth of trash in front of their front yard. It's ridiculous.
That's terrible, bro.
It's ridiculous.
I didn't want to.
I saw the video.
Yeah, bro. I wanted you to keep going.
Yeah, I saw the video. The guy had about 7 bags, man, outside.
No. What? Hold on. I'm. You know what? Just for the sake of doing this, I'm gonna text you, bro.
Okay.
And while he talking, I think somebody wrote it right.
Nah, you gotta put this up because I was on the phone with you when I saw it. Let me say it is. See, when it comes to this right here, you can't blame this on racism. You can't blame this on black leadership because this is a pretty much all black city council. It's a black city. It's the blackest state. It's the blackest city. in the blackest state in the country. And then it fits all the stereotypes. And we sit here and we're bigger and for what? At the end of the day, man, you gonna have to put. There's a thing called compromise, and guess what? At the end of the day, we are not going to fail the citizens of Jackson. This don't got shit to do with party lines. It ain't got shit to do with ego. We are not going to fail the citizens of this city. No, I don't agree with this particular company having the goddamn contract, but I'm gonna sit here and say, you know what? We got to pick something. That fool, Kenny Stokes, sit there and made a comment talking about, well, I ain't for people losing jobs. They gonna come in here with some automated trucks. Hey, man. I'm going to say this. I'm not for anybody losing their job, but I'm going to say this. You want to be right or you want to be successful? Because at the end of the day, I'm going to really bust the ball for about 20 damn jobs. But at the end of the day, what's worse? 20 people losing their job or a whole fucking city not getting trash picked up for a damn month?
And everybody gets, our company use that. So they need to get over that, about that. Because you honestly, well, let me shut up. You okay? But that's
don't shut up. Don't shut up. Nope. we ain't shutting up tonight. I'm sorry.
I'm saying is that, and
I hope somebody sit here and say, do you want to be right or do you want to be successful? And I asked that question because I'll give you an example. A lot of us, when we have an argument, we want to prove our point because we want to show that we're right and quote unquote win an argument, right? But sometimes your ass could win an argument and lose, right? Sure. So again, do you want to be right? Or do you want to be successful? Because at the end of the day, we won't be dealing with this shit had these guys show a contract. And if Richard, and I don't care who they choose, I'm going to be honest. But at the end of the day, if Richards is good for a damn 90-day contract, then damn it, why they ain't good to have one altogether? It's semantic. And this is not me championing Richards. I don't give a damn who they use. All I'm saying is, I will goddamn money more than the goddamn trash need to be picked up. Period.
Everybody should go put that shit on Stokes' front yard.
The whole damn joy time. Go take your shit to their yard.
Serious. Yeah, every council person, I would go put that shit on their front. Oh, I'm sorry. Go put it on their front yard.
The whole joy time. Go put it right down his yard.
I'm serious.
Listen, man. Let me address this real quick. I live in a city.
Check your phone, bro. Check your phone, bro.
I live in a city where they use automated truck pickup. Y'all do realize that that's called technology, right?
Yeah, we use it too. Technology
has been eradicating manual labor jobs for quite some time.
Whether you like it or not.
And Amazon and Facebook and every other media company laying off people by the thousands. I had a friend who's a very big supporter of this channel, was laid off. It happens, man. No one is advocating for anyone to lose their job. But one thing about leadership, which is something I've been in for quite some time, pretty much all my professional career, sometimes you have to make a decision for the greater good of the people that you represent. You know, anytime you start letting personal preference get in front of it start clouding your judgment and prevent you from making sound decisions, that's when you get what Zoe was saying. And there's nobody that could defend it. Nobody can defend it. Nobody could get mad. So don't come in my comments saying those out of pocket. No. We're not doing that. Because it's spot on. And that's why I said I'm not gonna interrupt you. I'm gonna let you rock out. I'm uploading this photo, just FYI. I'm finna show it. But this thing about this automatic trash pickup, my car could be parked on the side of the street. And that thing got arms. That thing will reach out and grab that joker and slam it over there. It looked just like, you know how when you go into the apartment complexes and they got that machine, that truck that got them arms and grab the truck and shake it up top. They do that for every individual.
That's, man. Wow.
So what are the hospitals doing?
No clue.
I was thinking I would dump all that shit on the city front yard. But sometimes you have to go radical on people. I'm serious. But Stokes needs to go because he's confused and discombobulated. And so,
No. Stop saying Sochi to go.
The
The
whole
whole entire damn council needs to go.
okay, well, all of them. Public service.
Every last
now.
one of them.
Zoe lived there, so he said y'all need to go. So I'm with Zoe.
It's look, this ain't got nothing to do with friends or who I'm cool with. None of that. I don't care, man. At the end of the day, man, we're talking about the two most critical things that you need as a human being have been compromised in this city.
Trash and
Water
water.
and sewage.
trash and water.
Water and
Yep.
sewage and trash. Period.
Have commercial
There is absolutely no excuse. None. And to sit here and be silent and to sit here and be okay with it is just not gonna happen. And I'm sorry, all they ask is got to forgive me for cussing, but this
You don't need to
it's
apologize.
really touched the nerve with me, man, because I absolutely love my city. And look, Jackson is not the same. Jackson was a thriving city when I was a kid. And I'm telling you, it looked like it's decaying. But to the young lady who made the post, yeah, Jackson visually looks like the representation of the leadership of the city. And that's why I meant that, and that's what I was getting to when I mentioned that idiot Kenneth Stokes. Jackson looks like him. Whatever you view it as, whether it's how it looks physically, the roads, how the things are rent, everything looks like the representation of the city, of the leaders of this city. There is a byproduct. Jackson looks like a byproduct of the leadership, by far, in a way.
Can they recall him?
Can they do what?
Can they recall them?
Recall what?
The city council, like they can recall them. Look, they did it in San Francisco. They recalled it. They recalled.
Man, look, this is Mississippi. You know we don't move nothing like people are doing in California.
But when they sick, but you know what though? But this is what I can tell you. That means the people of Jackson ain't sick and tired of being sick and tired yet, because I don't give a damn what color you are. Trash is my trash. And apparently we still, this is the thing. We still think that man got the best interest in heart because he's black. And he
Hold on, Cher. And I see the people in the comments talking about Cypher. We don't even bring that idiot up neither. I mean, because you ain't nothing but a walking damn contradiction. You want to sit here and be like a damn Mel Wendy Williams and put people dirty laundry out, and you out here doing the same shit you complain to other people about. He ain't nothing but a skinny ass, felonious Kenneth Stokes. Got time for that shit neither. We need good decorum leadership in this city. Period. Enough of the bullshit. Enough of the dramatics. Enough of the drama. We don't need none of that. Man, give me somebody that looks the part and gonna do their damn job. Period. This city needs it. The citizens need it. This is a damn good city with damn good people in it. Hardworking people that deal with too much bull jive to sit here and have this and got a damn city council that's gonna represent them. And we're gonna leave this place and we're gonna guarantee that you ain't gonna have no damn trash pickup. And the idiot of all idiots gonna choose purposely not to vote.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think like all y'all need to show y'all butts up at a whole city council and don't leave it to somebody that don't, but they can't leave until it is done. But that's what I mean by this is the part of that we don't. I listen. If I didn't see nothing about it, but what I saw in Tennessee today, the same way they voted them two little black men out, and now one of them back got his job because they was like, we're not having this. Y'all got a voice, and I think they got comfortable with Stokes because he's been there for so long. But I look at his picture; he's a mess. So I think you did a very good example. So is that the city is a representation of what's on there. I can't stand them big wax suits. You got a zoot suit on. I already know I can't trust them.
Dude, I'm telling you, man.
I can't trust. I don't trust no man to wear a zoot suit in 2023. That means everything about your mindset is old. You're not trying to go forward. You're stuck in the past.
I mean, it's to the point. He get his rocks off by getting a news.
Yeah,
he know he about to say some foolishness. He get his rocks off like I'm on the news and I said something real snazzy, y'all. He get his rocks off from this shit.
He does this every 6 months. He does something crazy.
So I'm finna die.
I mean, I'm serious. You're a councilman, but yet you're on the news. Yeah, Rob Boo Boo. Like that shit cool or it's funny. And you got these old country motherfuckers in your excuse me, man. You got these old folks in your ward that laugh at that crap and you get a kick out of it.
But you
look like a damn buffoon. Seriously.
No. But this is the other part of what you're saying, what people don't get is that because I know people like this, because they don't know technology, they would rather keep everything down for them to let anybody propel. Like I would not let you, no, we're not gonna go here. I don't care about how good this is gonna be because that means I'm gonna be. So what it is that he's insecure, he don't know nothing, and he's very ignorant, but he don't want people to know. But he think he's pushing his power because you just said it's a lot of old people who think the same way. Because truth be told, they would rather stay where they are because if you go up and elevate, that means you go leave me, and when you leave me, that means somebody else got to replace me. So I don't want the whole damn city down.
That dude should not be any type of political position in any city, in any state. I'm dead serious. That dude should not be in any type of office anywhere. So I'm dead serious when I say this. Anywhere. And the fact that he's in a capital city, in the blackest city, in the blackest state of the country, and he represents a segment of people is mind-blowing to me.
Well, you know why they? So this is what I've always said. I'm not concerned about the racist people that I see. I'm concerned about the people that vote them in. Hear me. It's not him. It's the people that keep voting him in. That's the problem.
I understand that, but I can't talk to them because he represents them. I get what you're saying.
I get what you're saying.
I get what you're saying. But
I don't trip on Donald Trump. I trip on the people that support his ass. So that's just let me know the people that he represents, they chaotic too.
No, there is no one that could beat Kenny Stokes, bro, at all.
That's the power. He's kind of like a gerrymander. And them old people go over him. Anybody gonna go up against him?
I don't give a damn if he got 5 degrees. The dude is a damn buffoon. He looked like Uncle Rucker's brother. He just ain't got one big eye, one little eye.
So the people he represents is a buffoon.
Huh?
So the people that vote him in are buffoons as well.
I mean, he looks like a character on Boondocks. So he looked like somebody that was gonna fight Grandpa. You know what? He looked like a skinny stick meaner. I don't know if y'all ever seen Boondocks. He looks like a fat version of stick meaner. Seriously. If y'all ever seen Boondocks, y'all know who I'm talking about. He looked like a fat version of stick meaner.
Hold on. Is it Swansley? You said something, and I can agree with you, but the issue is that do you want to be taught? Because some people are comfortable in their chaos because that's all they know. And when you actually try to give them something different, and because they don't want to acknowledge that they don't know it, they would rather keep themselves down.
See, let me say this.
See?
Even if there was let me just say this. Even if there was somebody that was in a particular ward and I didn't even see eye to eye with them, even if they were doing their job, whether I agree with them or not, that's beside the point. But the fact is, if they were still knowing they were fighting for their constituents or fighting for the people in their ward and they had some decorum and they was getting the job done, you can't do nothing but respect the position. True story. True story.
I know. I'm going to show my whole age. Y'all remember Good Times and Ultimate? Remember the Ultimate with the pro? That's what I just saw when you were talking. Because I love you, Alona.
You know what? Since you say that, I'm going to tell you this. Goddamn Kenny Stokes look like he related to Book. Like he related to Book.
I just reminded him of Alderman. He wasn't no good, but he was, I'm for the people. And because I was thinking about when he said,
what you doing here, Buffalo butt?
Listen.
That's what he look like.
So he don't do nothing. All he do is ride up and down every street in Georgetown, honking his damn horn, waving. That's all he do. Put signs in the yard. He gonna do it every year, and they gonna vote.
What council member anywhere goes around with a fucking hat on their head with their name on it? Matter of fact, I'm gonna sit in the city council meeting with a hat on with my name on it.
An insecure person who wants to be seen.
Stokes. Like you can't make this shit up, man. It's crazy.
I can agree with that, Al. You said they create the problem and then they don't provide a solution because they are the problem. I got what you're saying.
At this point,
brainwashed.
At the point, this fat ass ought to come out here and be like Clay Davis. Yeah, he might as well. Man, that's all.
What I'm gonna tell you is when the people get sick and tired and being sick and
I
tired.
can't run for nobody office, dog. I got too many skills in my closet. I can't run for office, and I'm too unfiltered. I cuss y'all out on camera, on site.
Yeah, I don't know.
You like me, so I have no filter.
I have no filter, and I barely got any tact.
Oh, hold on. So you can be a part of the councilman, but you don't have to stay in Jackson? Really? He said the most of the council people don't even stay in Jackson; they stay in Madison. I really?
Who's staying mess?
I don't know. That's what somebody said. I'm just reading.
Well, but hold on. But they still own residence in Jackson.
Got it.
If that's being done,
But
they
you know
have to
what,
have
though?
they have to have residents in their ward.
But is it? But this is the question: is it their primary residence?
Doesn't matter. They have to have residents in Jackson.
I get what you're saying, but if it's their primary, it will make a difference because primary means you must be there.
But how can you prove that if they
Easy
go?
with a rental. It's easy. Oh, yes, it. Oh, wait, they do it here all the time. So,
Hold on. I'm gonna say it again. You in California, baby. This Mississippi.
but it can be done.
I'm trying to tell you.
Mississippi.
I need to ask them what's your primary residence.
It don't matter. If I can show proof that I stay there, that's all it takes. It's just like I can hold on. It's just like I can be in Texas. I say I got a ranch. All I gotta do is have one goddamn cow out there. That's a fact. That's a fact. I can have one cow out there. That's a ranch.
Hold on. I'm talking to China while I'm talking to y'all, so I may go off the air. I'm working for my nonprofit. So let me mute right quick. It go.
I'm just saying. But again, this ain't just an attack on him. We need all the asses gone. I'm serious. Every last one of them. Because that vote didn't pass, that changes everything. Every last one of the asses need to go. I'm done with it. We can get off of this stuff now because I just it touched the nerve. But
no, it's cool. Like Ken said, man, because we maybe all from here, but you actually still physically live here. We don't. So, man, get it off your chest, man. Shit.
Where?
you muted, Ken. You muted.
Yeah, I said this is about accountability, and you never want to be in any type of relationship or friendship that doesn't come with accountability. You know, sometimes when you like people, you know people, you tend to not say what need to be said, and that's one thing we can't do that. Got to be straight on it. I'm purposely shutting the hell up tonight because I think certain things need to be said, and I think that it needs to be said by somebody who actually. Yeah, Jackson is my hometown, just like it is Marcus, and I'm gonna say so does. And
I'm gonna say something real reverse. I see all these comments saying they miss Frank Milton. I'm finna fuck y'all up. I miss Dale Danks because my city was thriving then. My city was thriving then.
Man, Dale Danks, man.
I said it. My city was thriving then. I'm not finna go down that rabbit hole because y'all ain't gonna like what I'm gonna say, but I miss Dale Danks. I don't give a damn about Dale Danks, by the way. But I miss Dale Danks being the mayor because Jackson's thriving then.
I think at the rate that we're gonna see something similar come soon. I can tell you that right now, and I'm gonna say it like this. I mean, if it does happen, can we really? I want to see Jackson thriving again, man. Facts. I just leadership is leadership. If it's true leadership, you know what I mean. And what makes it even more sad is when you have people out on the front lines defending, fighting for, this takeover bill, with the water situation and going out and being great assistance to those that, represent the city of Jackson, because they don't want to see outsiders come in and regulate. But at the rate we going, we can't even agree on something as simple as trash. Boy, you got
a long way to go though.
See, I'm gonna say something. In these comments, I want you to pay attention. Everybody that missed Frank Melton, you see what they follow up with? Frank was riding around with a bulletproof vest. He was. He ride around with bulletproof vest. That's the first thing that come to mind when you talk about Frank Melton. The city ain't been thriving.
We ain't even. This is a whole nother discussion for another day.
No, that's a whole different thing. That's a whole different thing.
Absolutely, we need more. We need a new governor too. Hey, that's without question. But again, this is what happens when you screw up and you can't. It's very difficult to have a conversation about a governor seat when you can't even get the trash situation.
Exactly. Because again, to your point,
it's something as simple as it does not matter how I feel about it. I love what you said, bro. We are determined that we are not going to leave out of this room until we have a contract in place, because we owe it to the citizens of the city that we actually represent. And you got representatives deciding that how they feel
is better, is more important,
is greater and more important than the well-being of the citizen. And I'm gonna say it like this right here. You ain't seen nothing yet until them rodents start pulling up, busting that trash. I ain't talking about the dogs. I'm talking about the possums, the rats, the raccoons, and all the other the wildlife that's about to show up, ready to eat.
Oh, the dogs already at work.
I already know it, but I'm saying
already at work.
What I'm saying is it's gonna get worse, man. The smell.
Yes, and it's getting hot.
The heat. I was just about to go there. It's about to be hot as ass crack right now, and you got trash sitting out on the street.
But you know what's crazy is for you to actually say, I don't care. Basically, what they said without saying it. Now, just because I'm thinking about what you said, so as well as what you just said, Ken, is that it don't matter how y'all feel. We don't care. Y'all ain't got no trash pickup. I don't want this to happen, and I'm not gonna bend down.
I couldn't even understand what was the gripe about the trucks being parked at the airport. I didn't get that. Like, what was the?
No, I'm gonna tell you.
Hawkins Field.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you.
Hawkins Field. Come on.
No, I'm gonna tell you. The trucks are parked at the airport by some sewage, and kids are playing in raw sewage. And I just can't vote for anything that's gonna have kids playing in sewage. But here's the thing. You know that a vote is happening today for a contract for trash disposal in the city that you live. Okay? You purposely choose to not go and abstain from the vote. That right there is malicious. That right there is retarded and juvenile. For any council person who represents a segment of people, and your mindset is, I'm just not going to go vote altogether, because not voting is voting. I'm purposely not going to be there and not vote. Then when we have a meeting about it today, you're going to sit there and say, because you saw kids playing at an airport at Hawkins Field and they were playing by some sewage, and I just can't vote for that company because they park over there.
Can I ask a serious question that I want real dialogue for? And we'll open this thing up in 10 minutes for the last 30 minutes for folks to come up, give their comment, and go. I got a question.
Shoot, bro.
Is gentrification really a bad idea?
Do you really want to go down this rabbit hole?
We got to go there, bro. I'm not saying that. Listen, man. Let me tell you something. I left Jackson in 2013, bro. I went to a city that was thriving culturally, healthy, and it got gentrified. And the population of us is probably less than 8%. And I'm just telling you like this right here. What do you mean don't do it? We're going to do it.
It's being done already anyway.
Do it. I'm just telling you right now is that's a great thing.
Might be. Exactly.
Let me say this right here. You come into the city of Jackson and you go up I-55. Just follow me now.
It's coming.
After you pass the district, which is booming, looks really nice. Matter of fact, the district looks like Austin, Texas. There's certain segments of Austin that look just like the district. You go up to Northside Drive, you look over here, you got an empty building. The Hooters building is empty.
Mm-hmm.
Look over here, hell, Books A Million going out of business. You got what else?
Steinmart area and all that. I don't know.
Steinmart's out of business. C-Spy.
Hold on. I can take it way further.
Oh, no.
Way further than this.
Let me tell you why I ain't going that further, Zoe.
Shit.
Because can we be honest about something? That strip has always showed kind of a false sense of security in Jackson. That's kind of like your litmus test right there. We know when you get on 220 and go west, it's gonna get greater later. Now we know that. We know it's a lot of abandoned homes and buildings, and especially what we said this. Look, Jackson look like a ghost town, man.
When you come in this stack, look, when you come into the stack from Atlanta and you hit downtown, this is not my opinion, this is fact. And you see downtown Jackson in the distance, Jackson look like it's dying. And like it's drying up.
And I'm telling you right now, this situation right here, it could be the death knell. For any type of leverage,
state takeover.
I'm just telling you, man.
How you gonna attract businesses, man?
I'm saying it like this right here. Whatever can be done to change the fate of this city, I'm just telling you right now, bro. This situation with the trash is monumentally bad.
It is.
It is monumentally bad.
Mm-hmm.
That y'all went home tonight and ain't lost no sleep to this trash all over this state city.
No, I'm just telling you, like,
They don't
I would
care.
love, let me tell you like that right here. I would love to see the activity that's transpired over on that side of Lakeland to expand throughout Jackson. That's I ain't got no problem with it. I went there, and I'm not saying that it's just me. I'm just telling you. Because I'm gonna say it like this right here. If you go on further, you go on up the road to Rankin County. Rankin County look pretty good, pretty doggone good to me. You slide on up to Madison, especially when they get that Top Golf. I'm gonna tell you like this right here. You better don't run your behind up there in Madison County. Think them folks gonna build. They gonna listen to me, man. When them folks invest that money up there and get things looking the way they want it to look, you ain't gonna get run up there. You ain't gonna keep it. It's not
the way you want to.
It's going to be protected, man. And that's all I'm saying. So, and then too, there's a lot of good folk that from Jackson that actually went to the county. So for those that don't understand what we're saying, don't get it twisted. You know what I mean? Like literally, you can literally go 5 miles up the road and everything that we're talking about, it doesn't exist. The water all of a sudden is fixed. So the trash is all of a sudden is fixed. The aesthetics of the city all of a sudden is fixed. It's literally a hard line, bro.
A street.
I'm telling you, you go one street over, and it's like you go into a whole nother world.
County line, cross county line.
I'm just telling you.
I'm in Ridgeland right now.
Starbucks, Chipotle, everything. I mean, I'm just saying.
On this side of the county line.
Good to me. So I'm just saying for the city of Jackson itself.
No, look, I'm gonna ask all y'all in the chat a simple damn question. I said this to you, Ken. Why I'm posing y'all the question? Y'all ain't thought about this. Bro, do y'all realize the last time a brand new subdivision was built in Jackson? North, south, east, west. Take your pick.
Damn.
Wow.
Do you know the last time a brand new subdivision was built in Jackson?
The last one I remember, I'm finna mix you up when I say this. The last one that I remember is Barrington Woods.
Okay. How long ago was it?
Shit.
Damn. Like, shit. Yeah.
I'm finna fuck you up.
Well, no. Out south, on the other side of Raymond. They had
He said Jackson.
Well, Raymond Road is Jackson. Outside of Raymond
Road. Yeah. This is my Brook Hollow.
But watch this. Watch this. When was it?
Yeah.
I'm finna fuck you up. Yeah. When was it?
It was a couple decades ago. That's why I said newer one in South Jackson. That's probably early 2000.
Hold on. What's your answer though? A couple of decades ago?
Yeah, early 2000.
As Perry Mason would say, I rest my case.
Damn.
You know what? Well, you know what? Be honest. This is my point.
Hold on, no.
Real quick. I just want to address this point because I accidentally touched this, but I'm gonna address it. That's true. What we say on the show all the time. Two things can be true at the same time. That is true. But there still is no excuse for this debacle that's transpiring with the trash. That situation with the trash almost gives them the excuse that it's okay to not give us any money. Because this is how they say it. Why would we give Jackson money? They can't even agree on a trash contract. Why would we go put this money over there and let them squat? Now, again, that doesn't have anything. People going to hear that and be like, let me tell you what folks going to say. Let me go ahead and address the elephant in the room. This ain't got nothing to do with what transpired at Jackson State or what was allegedly happened at Jackson State. This is a whole separate thing. Because people like to bundle stuff together and make it seem like it's all one big conglomerate. No, it's multiple things.
Brandy. Hold on, Brandy. No, it ain't. I used to say the same thing. I'm around this joker all day long. No, it ain't. Jackson got so much land in the middle of the city around the north side. Jackson ain't landlocked. It's so much place to build. You got basically almost the size of subdivisions that's vacant.
And if you tear all the stuff down and rebuild, shucks, man, you have more.
Jackson ain't landlocked. It's so much space to build all throughout the city. In Midtown and Fondren alone, it's so much space to build. It'll make your head spin.
You know what? This is actually, I would say you have to include Fondren and Eastover. Like, this is the crazy part of me. Listen, across the street where there's a empty Hooters building is a Whole Foods and a whole little plaza that looked like the Renaissance right in the city of Jackson. You go right down the street. I love cultivation because this is I love it. It's pretty dope. You know what I'm saying?
Whole Food caters to everybody in Eastover.
Just telling you, man. It just goes to show it can be done.
But watch this. Eastover, I just said, Eastover caters to a certain demographic of people, right? I challenge y'all to ride down Northside Drive all through Eastover and tell me how your ride is. They don't give a damn in Jackson. The roads are equal opportunity.
Absolutely. All right, y'all. We just entered the 2-hour mark. Last 30 minutes, man. We're gonna drop this link and allow you to come up and put a little oomph on it. If you come up, have something to talk about and contribute. Because if you ain't got nothing to talk about, I'm gonna bump you. Tell you that now.
To the people of Jackson, y'all may have to get radical.
I like radical. I like
radical change.
I'm serious.
And you know what? That's the problem.
Create a little chaos.
That's the problem. People say they do. People don't like change.
And don't move. That's what I'm saying. Y'all.
No, they clearly don't like change. They keep voting Stokes in there.
They don't like change.
Yep. I see what you're saying, Jerry.
I'm from his ward.
Good trouble, I agree. Sometimes, and your good trouble need to be against your own people. Sometimes let's not get it twisted, because that's
Well,
the other
Bro,
elephant. That's
again,
the
this
other
is
elephant in the room.
I'm from his ward, and I can't.
let me say something. Let me say something real quick. We gotta stop, and not. This is not. You just made me think about this, Michelle. Just because I don't y'all know that I can hold Zoe and Marcus accountable to the standards of our friendship. If it's built on being solid and somebody's being flaky or something, we can deal with that. Speaking on accountability and buffoonery does not mean that you don't like somebody or you don't rock with that person or you don't want to see them succeed. You're not tearing somebody down when you're holding them accountable. Like, we have this notion to think that if I don't agree with you, that means I don't like you. That ain't got nothing to do with it. We got to get out of this one is all mentality. I put Friday's link in the chat. I sure the hell did, didn't I? Sorry about that, y'all. I'm gonna drop it one more time. Okay, let me try that again. Yeah, it's called, like, when we say critical thinking, that means that I can be critical and think simultaneously, and I'm not being. It doesn't negate my friendship and whatever else you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hate this. I got a lag, man, and it's just. I'll be right back, y'all.
Okay, wait. On another note, this ain't got nothing to do with Jackson. They making a Freaknik.
No.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Nope. And I'm saying no because it's gonna take us in the wrong direction.
Okay, that's gonna be hilarious.
We can deal with Freaknik on Wednesday.
Okay.
And yes, were you at Freaknik, Michelle?
We'll talk about that Wednesday.
All right, we'll leave Freaknik alone.
I graduated in '88.
While I win.
You good. See, Lee, what's good, brother? Thank you.
Hey, what's up? Can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir. How's it going?
What up, see Lee?
So I'm one of those people. I don't disagree with anything that Zoe said, but y'all know I like to add like some historical context to what's happening.
Okay.
I think it's important that we know how we got here, because it's a lot of people throwing rocks and hiding their hands. So let's be real clear about how we got here. As I'm sure you guys know, every contract, every city, county, state contract must go through what's called a blind bid, right? No matter what it is, if you want to wash windows, you have to have submit a bid to win the contract, and it's a blind bid. That was an actual bid, and if I'm not mistaken, there were 4 companies that submitted blind bid. The city council chose what they said was the best company. And when they chose that company, they took the envelope off, and that company happened to be Richards. It was only after the city council who chose that company, who said that's the best company, once they found out it was a Black-owned company, that it was not Waste Management, they attempted to rescind the bid. Now, that's the facts. Now, let me give you the other facts, right? Because something else I want to say, because like I said, we can disagree with people, don't mean we hate them, okay? So, after that, the mayor essentially said, no, this is the company. Y'all are breaking the law. It'll be breaking the law if we choose a company and then we don't give that company the contract. Stokes, Hartley, and Banks sided with Foote and said, we're not moving forward. Aaron Banks, Councilman Banks. Now, I want to be clear, because what I'm saying is, when we say we can disagree with people, my father and Councilman Banks' father worked together in the movement, got arrested together in the movement. I want to just give some context. Aaron Banks is my former student at Jackson State. He was a hell of a student. He either got an A or B in my class. If I'm telling you he got an A or B in my class, that let you know he was no slouch. Okay? But in this particular case, he's wrong because he actually, the Jackson Advocate allowed him to publish an article about why they didn't want to give Richards the contract. And here's the problem. His argument is that the bid process was flawed. Well, I'm sorry, but Ken, Zoe, Sister Rochelle, Marcus, we can't play a game on Friday. Then after y'all whoop my ass on Friday, I can't run back and say Saturday. Well, I ain't like the referees they had Friday. That game over Friday, player.
Damn good analogy.
That's right. Great.
Damn good analogy.
In fact, not only can they not say it was flawed because they all agreed on the process. So it's like Marcus and I gonna play a tennis match. We agree on who the line judge gonna be. Marcus wiped the floor with me, and then 2 days later I'm crying because I ain't like the line judge that was told to Marcus, and you chose the line judge. So for the city council, for Banks and Stokes and Hartley to even try to say that the process was flawed when they chose the process, they agreed on the process.
Well, hold on, Celie. Hold on. Let me interject right there. In the statement that you just used, because when you're sworn in to represent any group of people, right? Because you represent people, you don't get to sit there and say, I don't like the process. Your thought process is, do I believe the people I represent would like the process or not like the process? It ain't about you.
Exactly.
You don't represent you. You represent, you're speaking for a segment of people.
Exactly.
That's the fucking problem. Excuse my friend. That's the problem. It's what you personally want, not what the people you represent want.
Facts.
And so, and Ken, I don't know if it was either I sent last 2 emails I sent. One of them I addressed it briefly in that, and I've written a longer piece on this. But the deal here is that, as I said, I'm just gonna say what I said in the piece, right? I don't have any evidence that the 3 people who are working against Richards are in the pockets of Waste Management. I don't have any evidence of that. But I do have evidence that those 3 people are not working for the good of the citizens of Jackson.
Facts.
And so what this comes to is, and you guys are right using Stokes as the epitome of this, my wife works in something that's called not just voter registration, but voter education. Because one of the problems, the reason that Stokes continues to get elected is because he's elected from a ward where a lot of his people don't know how the process works. For instance, what a lot of people don't know about Stokes is that for a couple of years, I know, he refused to go to the working sessions of the council where work get done. But he just wouldn't go to the sessions. So how are you going to be elected by the people to do the work of the people and not go to the sessions where we actually do the work? But the question is, how many people know that? So when we're talking about all of these things, right, we're not just talking about getting people registered to vote and getting people out to vote. Jackson has a problem with voter education and how their systems work. And the problem is that the people who are elected understand that it's better for the masses to be unknowledgeable because they can keep getting elected.
Yep.
I'm going to say this, though. The only thing, in my personal opinion, that anybody that wants to vote in Jackson, all you need is a video of them some bitches in that chamber on the vote on Friday. Get all their asses out of there. Like I told you, Shoker is a friend of mine. I do not care. Look, Martin Luther King said, an injustice anywhere is an injustice everywhere. Every last one of them, by virtue of the end of the process being that we not getting our damn trash picked up, is a disservice to every damn citizen in this city. Period. I don't give a damn if you're Democrat, Republican, independent. I don't care, white, black, Latin, Latino, Hispanic, Asian, whatever. Gay, straight, ABGDQ, whatever. You did a disservice to every son of a bitch that's breathing in this damn city. All their asses got to go.
And then the other part here is the the caucuses that come from the neighborhood associations. One of the things we stopped doing well in Jackson is if my ward is doing well, we don't understand that the neighborhood associations need to actually have dialogue with the neighborhood associations in other wards to make sure those wards are doing well. So case in point, if you're in a ward that's not Ward 3, but you're not in dialogue with the people in Ward 3 to educate them to why their councilman isn't doing well, then they're going to continue to vote for that councilman. And so I'm telling everybody that's in a ward in Jackson, you have to not only make sure that you are active in your ward. If you have cousins and grandparents and sisters and brothers who live in other wards, you need to ask them how they are getting organized in their wards, because as long as those other wards, as long as, and let me be clear, it's not just homeowner association. You can also have a renters association. One of the things they tell you, if you live somewhere, don't let somebody tell you that because you don't rent. I mean, because you don't own a home, because you rent, you can't be organized. Hell, renters need to be more organized than homeowners, because renters are the last people we think about. Yep. Renters are always getting the short end of the stick. So if you're renting somewhere, you need to be doubly organized. Right. So if you have cousins and family in Stokes' ward, you need to talk to those people. Because what used to happen, some of y'all may not remember this because you may not be old enough, we used to run people as a block. When I say run people as a block, we would get 2 or 3 people to run for Ward 1, 2, 3, and 4 together because we knew they all had the same political agenda to move the city forward. And so what you have to start doing is saying, how do we get those caucuses again so that we can start running people as blocks? That way when you get, see, it's not enough to have a majority of black folks if the majority of black folks are not thinking like you and doing the will of the people. Right. We have to remember, what did Zora Neale Hurston say? All my skin folk ain't my kinfolk. And so until we are really doing caucuses around block voting to make sure that whoever gets elected in Ward 3 is going to work with the people in Ward 2 and 4 and 5 and 6 to make sure that we can move the city forward, that's when you have a progressive city and you can get urban revitalization in a way that helps all of us. I'll shut up.
Okay, just one thing, because this is your first time showing your face. Hey, how you doing?
Look at I saw Ken's face. I said, he meant that. I said, let me straighten up. Let me take my ironing board down. I said, they just gonna have to look at it. They got to see my workout again in that closet. Rochelle, they see my DI love. But
Rochelle,
and listen, the other thing is this, y'all, the Bible says, I sit, check this out, a city divided cannot stand. Okay, that's all I want to say. Okay,
hey, matter of fact, she got like Step Boy. She shot that thing, turned around, going back half court, dog.
Oh, she got like dang.
No, he's never showed his face. Every time he's spoken, he's never showed.
What she say? I've never seen it before. Hey.
Shut up, Snook. The Bible says a city divided cannot stand.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we got Kaylin on this thing. How you doing, sister?
What's up, Kaylin?
Hey y'all, how y'all doing?
Wonderful. How you been?
Wonderful. How about yourself?
Kaylin?
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, yep, he's just fine.
But yeah, like I said, I've been doing pretty good. Just been busy lately, trying to catch up with some things. But yeah, I just had to come join the chat. I ain't been on here in a minute. And I finally had some time to join in and see how everything's been going with everyone.
Yeah. Yeah, you see what we got a pretty spicy topic tonight with this going on in the city. Brother Banks. I'm sitting here reading the damn chat. Brother C. Lee, you feel free to keep going. Brother Price, you know.
I saw G.A. Price got on. I didn't want to know if G.A. Price had something to say.
GA, what's happening, brother?
Hey, good evening, everybody. Can y'all hear me okay?
Yes,
Hear
sir.
you.
Good evening. How you doing?
Hey, man, I hate to come in behind Brother Seeley. I missed a lot trying to get in here, and really honored to be on the panel with all you guys. But Ken, I was just trying to get on when you asked that question. You posed that question about, is gentrification a bad thing?
Yes.
And here's the thing, good brother. That's I don't want to be too antagonistic, but that's their end game.
I know.
And I just don't want you to use, and I say this respectfully, man, because I really appreciate you. I came on here before and told you I like everything.
Don't think I don't know what, before you go there. Don't think I don't know every in and out of why I asked that question. I'm not uneducated about it. Trust me.
All
and
right.
I get it, and you can't dupe me. I want to give you a disclaimer when it comes to that. Like the way I think, the way my brain works on certain things.
And we've talked about this before.
The end game, I get it. But my point is, and I'm gonna shut up and let you go. Don't mistake that I'm uninformed because I asked that question. Sometimes it's really to spark dialogue and to really push the envelope on uncomfortable conversations. But the reality of the matter is that let me ask a better question. No, I won't. Go ahead. I'm gonna let you go. Go ahead.
No, well, I appreciate that, good brother. And I kind of figured that's where you was going. I guess it's a sensitive topic to me because I'm Jackson raised, Jackson born, Jackson made.
Me too.
And I look at it like this, man, because I for a little bit over a year, I lost my mother a little bit over a year ago. So I don't live in Jackson at the moment. I went away, did a career. I now live in Texas. I think I shared that with you before. Yep. All I'm saying is,
I moved to Austin in 2013, and now I live in California. But keep going.
But I could tell, but I clearly see that you have a tie there. And all I'm saying is, I'm maintaining 2 locations. You know what I'm saying? And the same neighborhood I grew up that we moved into in the 70s. And I know like OG Blue Bengal Tigers. They go to every game. They follow JSU all over the country, man. So those are the neighbors that brought me up, and now they my neighbors, and they for that city. And Zoe said something that was really touching earlier when he said, "Hey, man, I remember my city was thriving." And when I left Jackson, we had a population of about a little bit over 200K, 225, I believe it was, and now we're about 170.
160, 170, yeah.
Okay, and I'm just saying that. So the community I live in here now, I'm in Texas, and I'm in a rural community, but we're about 170, and we are not as the infrastructure is not as robust as Jackson, but we seem to be doing a little better than Jackson. If that makes sense, what I'm trying to say, and I'm saying all this to say it's more like an emotional attachment to Jackson. When we start talking about stuff, okay, will it really be so bad to let them in? Because I'm really trying to maintain 2 locations. Am I still here?
Yeah.
Okay. So all I'm saying is that we can't even. In my mind, I'm like Zoe. Let's just replace everybody and let's groom our own. I mean, you got an incubator right there that got young entrepreneurs. You got young politicians that we can groom our own people that really love this community. They embrace what it's about, and we can put the old regime out. I know that's not what this platform is about.
No. I want
to add something to that because I hear you, right, and I agree with everything you said. But I'm just gonna throw something out there for context. When you made your statement, and this is why a lot of people probably not gonna agree with me. When you made your statement comes off like everything that we're gonna do if we replace them, it gotta be all black. And everything we're gonna do gotta be all black. Now I'm pro-black as can be. But my thing is we can't have the mindset to say it's gotta be all black. Because see, I think when we say when you mentioned the thing about gentrification, it always goes to 2 ends of the spectrum. White over here, black over here. And we're gonna try to do something in the form of being like segregated. Again, I'm not trying to champion them. Let me get that straight. right? And I am for us doing things as a collective in this city. But I can't take the approach of just saying, well, we only got to do it for us. It got to be an all-black city council. It got to be, everything got to be all black. And we got to do it with our own and with our own young. I'm for that. I would like for that to happen. But the same token, there has to be a unified front.
I don't think we're really ready to have that conversation right now. Because I asked a question for a very specific reason. And I'm telling you right now, Jackson is in bad shape. And ideas sound good when they're coming out of somebody's mouth that ain't got to do it. Not you, GA. What I'm saying is that it's very hard to, grooming a new regime to take over needs to happen. I'm with that. But when you see stuff like what happened today, it makes you really scratch your head as to just how far off are we? And can some of these things even be obtained? I think it's a fair question to ask based off what we're seeing, because something so fundamental and simplistic as a trash contract. And then Brother C. Lee eloquently explained the process. And you have those that try to circumvent the process for personal interests. This is what corruption looks like. This is how things corrupt from the inside out, from within. And then when the takeover transpires, I don't want to hear the griping and complaining, because when we had it in our hand, we basically fumbled it. And yes, for those that didn't know, I left Jackson in 2013 and moved to Austin, Texas.
And King,
for 7 years before I took a job and went to California.
In a long roundabout way, you just basically said what Brad said. We all know everything that happens in this state. There's racism and it's been political. But this garbage shit, we ain't got no answer for that. That's what
I'm saying, so that nobody gets it misconstrued. The fact that everything you just said, Zoe, is 1,000% correct is what emphasizes the severity of just how bad what's going on is.
Yep.
That highlights it. Knowing, it's like, did y'all forget that just like a couple weeks ago they were trying to take over damn water and block the millions of dollars, that the damn near $1 billion that came into the city? You follow what I'm saying? So when we talk about that, it's again, we can't ignore the facts and the details because of the introduction of a concept that, if we being honest about it right now, man, you can't sit there and tell me you love Jackson and you sit there and ride around Jackson, you see it look like a ghost town, and tell me that you love that.
Bro, can you see that? Can you see that? Can y'all read that?
After today's council meeting, my poor city is officially a shit show.
It's the consensus, dog. It's consensus, and that's the consensus everywhere.
I think it's people who get upset. I always say people love for me to write about the issues of white supremacy, but I get a lot of emails when I write about Negro ineptitude. It's always funny that
that's the point. That's my point. I'm sorry, I ain't gonna cut you off. Say it again.
And I keep telling people
the reason I asked the question. Because I don't know both sides of the spectrum.
From this moment forward, you are not just first OG. You Zoe OG now. You Zoe OG going forward. You ain't just first. I couldn't say it better myself.
If you look at the entire colonializing of African people, it has always been a duel of white supremacy and Negro ineptitude. White people alone have never been enough to control or capture us. They've always needed the helping hand of Negro ineptitude. And here's the best way I put Negro ineptitude. You cannot miss 18 or 21 free throws and complain that the refs are cheating. You cannot fumble the ball in the red zone 4 times and complain that the refs are cheating.
Boy.
You cannot make error after error after error, giving the other team extra outs after extra outs after extra outs, and complain that the umpire got a crazy strike zone. And so what people are saying here is we're not discounting white supremacy, but simultaneously, we have to also be able to hold Negro ineptitude to the same mirror and fire. And in fact, the fact that we continue to vote for people because they are our friends or our relatives and our church members, but they are not bona fide, certified business people. Let me be real clear. If someone has never made money for themselves, how they gonna make money for the city? Or if someone has never given service before they got elected to office, how do you think they're gonna give service after they've been elected to office? And so, and I'll end it because on somebody, I think Hamilton has a good question about why were there thousands of water bills found in the fireplace? So that's a good example of white supremacy and Negro ineptitude. The problem with the water meter, the white supremacy was Siemens was a terrible company, and the city should have never contracted with Siemens. So they were terrible. Here's the Negro ineptitude. One of the problems that led to the issues with lack of revenue is there's a code. Let's say I know that the Phillips family, like they got some mitigating circumstances, and so they get a code to lessen their water bill. So that's a code that has to be put in. Well, what they found was not just the Phillips family got that code, the Clark family got that code, the Williams family got that code, the Henderson. So people who didn't deserve that code got the code, and now Jackson lost revenue. That's not a white supremacy issue. That's a Negro ineptitude issue. And so until we are willing to address both white supremacy and Negro ineptitude, we don't have to worry about gentrification because we're going to give them the city the same way a team that misses 18 free throws is going to give away the game.
Well, like they say at church, if I can't say a word, I just wave my hand.
So
I'm done.
It coming to a point now to where when do we start playing the game for the end game?
Right now.
I'm just saying.
Like I have a question.
Go ahead.
What is it that the youth could do? I mean, because when you think about it, I think this topic is super interesting based on the conditions of Jackson and how that. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. I got this playing in the background on my TV. Let me pause it. But most of the times, like during the Freedom Summer, and whenever there was a big rights movement, it was always the college students, and it was always the young ones. Being the ones who were catalysts of change. So what is it other than just voting? Because I know voting is key, but I know voter awareness definitely needs to be implemented even more. But what could those do within like these different programs that Jackson State even provides? What could they do to just kind of combat this? Or if not just combat, what is a strategy that could be used to, I'd say, to be proactive instead of reactive? So not necessarily that if, but when it happens, what is it that we could do to make sure that we are in the best predicament as possible, not just as the youth, not just as college students, but also as the future Jacksonians or those who already live in Jackson that are young, as well as the older generation. What and this, I guess this could be for anyone, but especially for Mr. C. Lee McInnes, I'm sorry. But I just want to know.
So let me say this, Sister McCoy, and when I say this, don't hear this as an old dude saying this, right? One of the things we got young people to do, young people are active, so we don't want young people to stop being active on social media. Mm-hmm. But what we need young people to do is to couple the social media activity with actually physical grassroots organizing activity. Mm-hmm. A lot of times young people think that if they repost a tweet or retweet something or do something like that, what young people are going to have to understand is that they're also going to have to come physically to meetings and
Yes.
come physically to caucus
I
meetings
was about to
and
say.
come physically to places where we're deciding. So, for instance, let me give you an example. Here's something that I knew that I realize now that a lot of Jackson State students don't know it, but I knew this. A lot of people don't know that Jackson State is the largest voting district in their ward. Jackson State can actually elect a city councilman and a supervisor because it is the largest voting block. But the question is, who's going around to those students telling them that your college, where you are? In fact, when I was a student, I voted on campus even though I had I never lived in the dorm, right? I never lived in the dorm, but I would vote on campus because one, it was easy because I was gonna go be on campus the day to vote anyway. And then secondly, I knew that coming. So it's getting young people, and I want to be clear, I don't want to stop young people from being on social media. What we have to do is let young people know that coupling with their social media is. So let me give you an example. We got to stop letting college SGA they have to become more than just popularity contests. And SGA has to go back to what it used to be, which is training young people how to be politically active to impact something. Let me give you an example. When I was a student there, we wanted paperback books, and we didn't want hardback books because hardback books are too expensive. So we essentially said, look, nobody shop in a bookstore until it's majority paper. So until the textbooks are majority paperback, nobody shop in the bookstore. Now, I want to say this to Zoe, Ken, Marcus, Michelle. This ain't them. This was me. This was us how we did it. I'm not saying this was the right way to do it, Miss McCoy, so don't follow this. But once we said don't shop in the bookstore, Ken, and we saw somebody dip in there, we just pulled to the side and said, look here, player, we gonna say this nice spot. When we said don't shop in the bookstore, we do mean.
I love it.
Now I ain't saying that that's what I want these, but what I'm saying, so that's what I'm saying is that we have to. So what we want to do, Ms. McCoy, is get young people to first start with small things that they could impact. And what I found was when we could impact that, then it was what's the next step. So it's what's the one thing, and I think that getting the Jackson State students to understand that they can impact the next city election because they are the largest voting block in the city of Jackson. And also, I want to say that's also for Valley, and that's also for Alcorn. Where Valley, Alcorn, and Jackson State sit, they can elect a city councilman and a county supervisor and have a lot of impact on their representative and state senator. That's it. I'll shut up.
And I gotta go, but this is why they don't want you to be educated. What he just said, I remember back in the day we did that too. They was like the SGA was way bigger than what it was, but the least educated you are, the less power you realize that you have. So you know what? I thank you so much. You just educated me in a whole new way. But it is, I'm gonna still say we can do this, but we gotta kick some people out. I see y'all Wednesday. I gotta go talk to China. Some people in China. I'll talk to y'all later.
No, you could. And another thing too is that when you don't know, you can't hold them accountable.
Correct.
Accountability is not held in a place where you're totally ignorant. So to that point, great stuff. I mean, not only that, but just like C. Lee stated, getting involved. I want to get Al B 225 an opportunity to speak. You've been waiting patiently, then we'll get Brother Price.
Evening to the panel.
What's going on?
All right. Bet down. Y'all know what it is. All right. So now, according to what C. Lee broke down and with regards to contracts, right? Part of my service, dealing with supply chain management and a lot of the things that I did, I know that, and like I said, city government may be different, but we're still talking. So I'm talking from a federal government, military, on base, dealing with contracts, right? And contractors. So I know that anything under $10,000, you could do a sole source, right? Meaning you find a particular source of supply for a particular item, asset, something for an end item to use on base, you could go ahead and get that. However, anything over 25K, you had to at least get 3 bids. So this goes back to what Mr. C. Lee was speaking of, okay? So when you talk about having to get bids, and in this case, he said there's the blind bid process. Now, I know for a fact, 4-star generals, okay, 4-star generals have been forcibly retired, reduced in rank for trying to play a game and take kickbacks. We talk about the F-22 Raptor. That's our 5th gen fighter, okay, fighter aircraft. F-22 Raptor, a 4-star general, lost a star and was forcibly retired because he tried to play a game and move a contract a certain way. Okay? Mm-hmm. So the government, so I'm just saying there may be a correlation for city government, okay, as far as that contract process. So I just wanted to add that in, you know what I'm saying? Because I've seen that happen.
You mean in conjunction with what Brother C. Lee mentioned, that
yes,
anytime someone is trying to circumvent a process that's been in play for quite some time, where there's smoke,
yes, sir.
There is no
yes,
other
sir.
Because here's the thing: anytime people try to change things, it starts with emotions being involved in it, right? And you usually only invest emotions in the things that you have a personal interest in.
Facts.
Because
and you may have to
try to do is the proverbial don't mix business with personal for that very reason. Because when you mix personal in business, you tend to get your judgment is clouded.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead. Well, what may have to happen is you may have to follow the money. Who may be getting a kickback or kickbacks in this process to why certain things are being voted, you know what I'm saying, the way that they are, or not?
Well, when you look at the numbers, I mean, the numbers, men lie, women lie, numbers don't. The contract that was the most favorable,
indeed,
and it wasn't even close. So
right,
when you look at waste management fell like right in the middle, which is still, if my memory serves me correct, those payments were what, Zoe, twice a week? Are those payments being made twice a week to the were they being made twice a week to the company? But what I'm saying is, there was a $400,000 gap in between one company and the company that those that muddied up the vote was griping about. So
right, and like you said, going to what you said, Ken, and if Mr. Seeley, if he knows, he can answer this. Within the legislature, is there a like a written rules or laws as far as when the process for selecting contract? If it's a blind bid process, is it already pre-written within the legislature that that's the way that they have to go, or is it they can pick and choose how they're going to do it? Because if it's already established that that's the route that they have to do and go, and then they went against that, then that's there, and you can deal with them for violating the rules. You know what I'm saying, of the legislature.
So I'll answer that. So that's actually what happened. There was a process. There was an agreed upon process. The city council broke the process. I want to be clear about this. The city council broke its own process. Now, here's what we discussed: white supremacy combined with Negro ineptitude.
Yes.
So the city council broke its own process. Sadly, what the city council also knows is once the mayor or someone files against that, once it gets outside of Hinds County, there was going to be a Republican appointed judge that was going to side with the city council just because they didn't want a black-owned company to get the business. So once again, You got white supremacy combining with Negro ineptitude.
Great point.
Damn.
That's why the judge outside of Hines County essentially said that where the mayor doesn't have a right to then appoint after, then the mayor said, okay, then what we'll do is then we'll just have another hearing and go forward. They understood that, well, in this case, these racist judges are going to be on our side.
Okay, now again, I'm outside the mix, but what is Benny Thompson's role in any of this?
In this, because he's been so good with the water. He's been working mostly. What's the word I want to say? Not liaison. That's not the word. But for lack of a better term, he's been just kind of like, hey man, can't y'all get this together? Can't y'all? I'm over here doing what I can for you with the water. I'm gonna need y'all to get together on the garbage thing, cause I'm trying. I'm up here in DC getting y'all money for the water. I look bad. I'm out here going to bat for y'all with this water, and the same people I'm getting this money from, getting this $500 million. Just think about this, brother Al. So Zoe, Ken, and Marcus go to bat for ZC Lee to give me $500 million to get something going.
Y'all can even shoot him.
And then Al, you give him the money, and then Al turn around like, he can't even pay his water bill. Why would I give him $500 million?
Got you.
I mean, he can't pay it. You see what I'm saying?
Roger that.
That's Congressman Thompson has been so busy on that end that he's really just been kind of like, hey, come on, man, y'all need to. And just so y'all know, it ain't just been Congressman Thompson. It's been a lot of folk behind the scenes been saying, y'all looking bad. Y'all, but yeah, so, but to answer
it's not, but like you said, it's not the y'all looking bad. It's racism, you know what I'm saying, that's just showing, that's what you're combating. The city's combating or trying to combat racism.
Well, I want to be clear. It's racism combined with Negro ineptitude, and we can't let Negro ineptitude off the hook.
Hey,
I agree.
All right, so brother Price, you got anything else you wanted to add to the convo?
Yeah, I wanted to make 3 comments.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
I missed a lot of the conversation, but I have a little KO experience. I did some COR time in the military as well. And I'm just gonna say the process is supposed to be blind inherently, so that's problematic. If we're having problems with the award process, and I just leave that in there. Just looking on the outside, that's very problematic.
Let me just jump in, brother Price. It was blind. I need you to understand the process originally was blind. It didn't get revealed who it was until after it was awarded. And only after they said, we're going to choose applicant number 3. And when they opened the envelope to see that applicant number 3 was Richards, that's when it became a problem. But the original process that the city council used was a blind process. They chose Richards through a blind process, and then they decided not to award Richards the contract. You go ahead with that. I just wanted to make sure that was clear. That was clear.
I got you, good brother. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I got you, good brother. I don't want to get into the weeds because I'm just not privy to all the information. I do clear understanding how that works. What's blind is really not blind, and I'll leave that at there.
That's a good way of putting it.
Well, it seemed like it was blind until it was revealed, and they didn't like what was revealed.
No, it seems like it wasn't. It seems like there was some. And if I just had to guess, and I'm not saying
somebody brought more than one dog to the fight, is all I'm saying, and I just don't want to make that without having privy to all the information. But that's neither here nor there. That's not even my job. That's not my job. I just wanted to put that in the ether, and I probably should have just kept it to myself.
No, we gonna let it out because I said something that I probably should have kept to myself. But the reality of it is that's how we advance. I had these conversations.
To your question, you said, "What can the youth do?" I have a young man that just completed jump school. He's in the military now, and he's signed into Fort Bragg. And I have a daughter that's expiring to go to Jackson State that will be graduating next year. And I mean, since she's been in middle school, she's always said she's gonna go to Jackson State. And I'm saying all that to say is the youth, your generation, we have a tendency. How do I want to say this? My kids, we have a rapport as to where they call me out when I put a standard out there, and they see me compromising the standard. They have they're able to approach me and say, "Dad, you said do this, but you did that." If that make any sense, what I'm trying to say.
Yes.
And what I'm getting at is that y'all have this innocent look upon the world, and we, a lot of us, kind of grew up in a generation of post Jim Crow and the 70s, 80s ring, where we came up out of that, where we don't have this trust of fairness, or we have this skewed view of what right looks like, and we have a bias. But my kids call me out when I say, "Hey, judge somebody this way or that way." So to your question, what can you do? Keep being you guys and keep seeing the world that you want to have. And when you see somebody, of course, and they do it respectfully. You guys are still respectful and everything, but respectfully, y'all, when you keep your elders sharp when you do that. And I leave that at that. And then the last thing I just want to say, glad to be able to participate in this discussion. And
Yes, sir.
I'm not as refined and reformed as some of y'all. I came up, I have a military background. I'm mostly institutionalized. I spent 26 years in the military, and I'm all about the standard, because just the units I was a part of and I served with, if you couldn't run with the big dogs, you stay on the porch. And sometimes you had to call your boy out when they was lacking. And that's when I come across and saying, "Hey, let's not use the opposition's talking points." I'm still willing to fight. Is all I'm saying. And I don't want to sound like too raunchy. I'm still about that life. I'm about the standard, and accountability is paramount to achieving the standard. If you're not achieving the standard, hey, bro, I need you to just sit down. And and I learned all this from the game of football. Played with the Callaway Chargers from '84 through '86, and I land my plane right there. And just thanks for allowing me to speak. All I want to say is we can do this. I'm in 2 locations. I'm willing to put in the work. I have a vested interest in Jackson, and yeah, I think you're gonna have to expand your influence, Brother Ken. And I digress.
I want you to stay on because I want you to hear my response. I'm holding down 3 locations: California, Austin, Texas, and Jackson, Mississippi. And I trust me when I tell you. I appreciate the platform. And then 2, I appreciate you saying, the opposition's talking point. I think sometimes you got to use it as a damn stick, because we're saying, like, listen, unless we want these types of things to transpire, we going to have to make a change, and we can't allow what transpired this week to ever happen on our watch. It can't happen, because now you're making it extremely easy. You know what I'm saying, for the opposition, whatever we deem the opposition to look like, we're making that very easy for them to come in and have a compelling argument against us to take whatever we deem to be valuable and do what they want to do with it. So we just can't fumble. We can't fumble, with simplicity, which I think was something that was this was a layup, and we basically we pulled the Ben Simmons up. For those that didn't know, when he had the layup.
Damn good analogy.
Boy, we dropped the ball big time on this one, man. And I don't think it's but hopefully, Brother Price, and I do want to say, to all the military veterans, man, we definitely salute you guys and appreciate your service, because I'm all about the standard too. And that's why I was saying, like, I can't be friends with somebody that just go for anything. There's certain standards that come with that. You know what I mean? We hold each other accountable. And it's like, y'all don't even hear the conversations that me and Zoe have. If we recorded them bad babies, we could, it'll be spicy. It'll be spicy, simply because that's just how it has to be. So accountability is one thing, but we have to be more informed about what's going on. I think over time things get a lot lax because they're counting on people to not pay attention to it. And I think that this issue just kind of boiled over so bad to where everybody started looking. And I think if we go look at everything, there probably is going to be a resemblance of what we're seeing. We're going to see probably a resemblance of that through just about everything. So I like what Zoe said. Let's just do a clean slate, start over. Hopefully we can get some good people, some good representatives in place to change things for the better. Toronto, what's up, baby?
Hey, what's up, KC? How y'all doing?
What up, TT?
Hey,
What's up, man? Good to see you, man.
I'm
What's
pretty
up,
cool.
Kay? How you doing?
RTH,
Hey, look, man.
RTH. I'm not going to limit anybody because I don't want anybody to. You can't put a limit on that. We'll just have to pick it back up on the next show. You do know we come on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So if we somebody's crackling.
I think
All right, go ahead.
that's Toronto.
Hey, what I was about to say, man, is I've been listening to the show the whole evening, and I thoroughly enjoyed everyone's comment. Mr. Seeley, we thoroughly appreciate when you come on. My wife is a history teacher, and she got excited when you logged in and started speaking. So we appreciate your wisdom, your knowledge, and we appreciate you sharing it. So thank you very much for it. Zoe, good job, bro. Appreciate you keeping it real. Didn't hold back. You said what you had to say. Kid, one of the main reasons I went on chimed in, with the video, it goes back to the call that the question that the gentleman made on Friday night to you, Marcus and me, on the buy-in. So, Ken, when Marcus Miles sent you that message about the dump truck or whatever, now he really don't listen to YouTube and stuff like that, but he got on because of me. And when he got off, he sent me a message. He said, "Man, I'm gonna do whatever I can." He said, "I appreciate what y'all doing for the community. Great job. Keep it up." So, segue back into what the gentleman asked on Friday on why did we buy in, and Marcus and I told what did he do for us to buy in. It wasn't a buy in. It's stuff like this is a reason that we choose to rock with you. It's true why we choose to rock with Zoe. You down for the cause, you down for the movement, and you talk about more than sports. Although we diehard JSU fan,
Right.
we also love the city of Jackson. We love our people.
Thanks.
So it's beyond buying in or trying to bandwag or be on somebody's coattail. It's stuff like this that matters to me that money can't buy, that is priceless. So as long as the platform flows like this is what make my heart beat faster. This is what make my heart races. This is what make me think, and this is what make me love my community even more. So I just want to say great job to everyone on the panel tonight. I appreciate it. And I hope the young man that was listening on Friday that asked us that question, why did we buy in? I hope it worth the admission.
Hey,
Thank
you
you.
know what? Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. I'm gonna mute you because you crackling like you eating some skins over there. But I had to get you. Hey, but listen, C. Lee, this is for you because we were talking about it in the comments. Go right ahead. Because when he asked about buy-in, I thought he was talking about my former college teammates, and C. Lee was like, he addressed it, and I see why now, because I might have heard, you guys might have heard something way different than what I did, and I appreciate you bringing that back up. That's how that works. But you want to comment on that, Brother C. Lee?
No, I think that Brother T is correct. I'll just say this. Black people are you know, I'm probably the heathen on the stream right now. So I need all y'all to pray for my heathen soul. But I want to say this: all y'all who go to church regularly, whether you do it at church Sunday or you do it at Bible school or you do it in Sunday school class, the next time you go to church, I need you to ask either your Sunday school teacher, your deacon, or your pastor one question. Do we have a political action committee, and what do we have to do to develop one? And here's why that's important. Every 2 to 4 years, these elected officials come to your church,
Yes,
asking for your vote and telling you what they are going to do. Until you have a political action committee, when that politician or would-be politician come to your church, rather than letting that person give you a speech, hand them your church's list and say, this is our political agenda. And if you don't vote this political agenda, you're not going to get our vote. That's called community organizing. So don't just let somebody come to your church and tell you what they're going to do. Also, wherever you are for your local alumni association, every local alumni association for years, I was on the Jackson Hines, myself and Dr. Ivy. In fact, Dr. Ivy Phillips headed up the Jackson Hines Alumni Association Political Action Committee. So I was on there because Dr. Ivy Phillips, who was a former professor of being at Jackson State, he got me in. So those are two places where you need to make sure. Does your church have a political action committee? And does your local alumni association have a political action committee? Because that's the kind of grassroots organization that needs to happen so that then your city councilmen, your county supervisors, your state representatives, your state senators, they are now going with marching orders. One of the things that we don't do is that we don't elect people to office and send them to office with marching orders. Now, here's the thing with marching orders. You elect a city councilman for 4 years, you need to bring that city councilman back to your church and back to your local alumni every 12 months to give that person a grade. So it's not enough just to give them marching orders. But every 12 months, they need to come see you so you can say, here were the 5 or 6 things we sent you to do. Here's the A, B, C grade that you got. And if it doesn't change, we're going to elect somebody else. And that's another way that we can be engaged in organizing, so that, because accountability only really happens when people know they're going to be held accountable. I hate to say that. But as long as most people that don't think they're going to be held accountable are going to act like nobody's going to hold them accountable. I shut up.
See, Lee, it ain't no different than being in school. We've all been kids before. You in school. Everybody subconsciously already know how to act when they're regular teacher there.
That's it.
But they tend to act different when the substitute comes. Same example of what you just said, to make it plain.
Yep.
You know to act one way when your teacher there, because you know Miss So-and-so will give you some act right. You're not gonna cut up because there's a standard of how we do business every day. But the moment that substitute come in and Miss So-and-so ain't here, we finna cut a fool. Because guess what? We ain't got nothing to be held accountable to.
Exactly.
Same difference.
Good stuff, man. Y'all wouldn't believe it, but we right at 3 hours on the head. And I think this would be a good time to go ahead and put a bookmark on this, and we'll be back on Wednesday. Man, we got a lot happening. Just to kind of segue, man, great discussion. We'll definitely get over to practice in the morning. It is Blue and White Week. Don't forget, it's the day of giving. Tomorrow, go to jsutigers.com/give.
Yes, sir.
Whatever amount, doesn't really matter. And Wednesday, the golf outing, and then we'll have we'll have a recap, and we'll come back in and talk all about it on Wednesday. But man, what a show. What a show. Anybody got anything before we close out?
I'm gonna just jump off so y'all can get a last goodbyes. Like I always say, I appreciate all of y'all, Brother Zoe, Brother Ken, Brother Marcus, Brother T, Sister Rochelle, Sister McCoy, Austin, everybody. Keep being a lighthouse. Keep doing what you're doing. Remember, I keep saying we don't have all the platforms that we need. So sometimes this platform has to serve double duty, but we built for this. I know we built for this.
Oh yeah.
And as long as we know we built for this, it's gonna be DI love every day, all day.
For sure.
Y'all take care. Appreciate y'all as always.
Appreciate you.
Absolutely.
Appreciate you, OG.
Yes,
My
sir.
OG.
Steve Lee.
Hey, what makes this? Well, and brother Price, thank you so much for coming up tonight. Definitely appreciate it. Come back anytime. Love to have you back on. Whether it's about football or whatever, we'd love to have you up. Thank you.
Hey, good brother. I just want to say thank you for having me, man. And one last thing, that was a great move when you brought those two young men. That you brought a solution to the table as well. I immediately just went out on Facebook and just put that out to, my little bit of spirit. And
Yes, sir. I'm actually gonna clip that part out, and I'm gonna repost that on the show, on the channel. Just that way, it'll be a little quicker for those that need to get that. That's that along with this discussion was very important. So I'm gonna chop it up, and then I'll put it out in little small increments in videos because the 3 hours is a lot to try to comb through.
Yes, sir.
We'll chop it up so everybody can go directly to it.
Hey, good brother. That's why that's why I rock with you, man. I'm in the ranks. I'm soldiering with you, man.
Oh man, we locked in. We locked in. No, we definitely locked in. I'm actually glad you actually responded how I would. That's how we should respond. That's the point. You get what I'm saying? So if we're not pricked by the idea of something like that, then that tells you that we kind of numb to something, and we probably need to wake up and need a good shaking, because that's what's going to happen. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
And
yes,
I think
sir.
it's a deeper conversation to be had, but I love that Kaylin came on, because change is going to come with the youth, man. It really is.
Yes, sir.
We really need the youth to show up and start being innovative with their thought process, because some of these old heads are the problem. Their base is pretty much 50 and over.
Archaic, geriatrics, whichever one you
But no,
hold up, man. I'm over 50, but I get what you're saying.
No. I mean, like some of these.
Hey, you over 50, but you only free on Tuesday, so you good.
No, I was saying like I would say the tax base for the ward that I know Zoe was mentioning, Kenny Stokes, is of that age. So the question is how does something like that keep repeating itself? Is because we keep voting back in the same. That's why someone can feel like, you know what, I can make a decision and stand on that, and they're not going to do nothing about it. So accountability comes when we show up and start holding these folks' feet to the fire and make them do what's best for the people. So just one conversation a minute, we're going to keep it going. And that's what makes this platform so unique. It's not just all about football and sports. And we get into the meat and potatoes of life, especially about what's going on in Jackson.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having me again, gentlemen. Y'all have a good evening.
Appreciate you, man.
All right, family. All right, man. Y'all make sure y'all get ready to get your head bust, man, on Wednesday. That's all I got on that. And we'll come back and let everybody know how it was, too.
We're a team.
I mean, Mark, I'm just saying. All I said was I'm gonna be Zoe Mickelson. Now he talking about he gonna beat somebody's head in.
No, listen, man. All I'm saying is this: when you doing match play, it's four dudes get the hit, and we play the best ball. And just telling you, Caleb, good seeing you tonight, sis.
Appreciate you.
But yeah, man. Practice in the morning.
For sure.
Practice in the morning.
For sure.
What time?
I'm sure I'll beat y'all there.
8 a.m., man.
No, you won't. Not tomorrow, you won't.
What time?
Not tomorrow. You on 8:15?
I beat you last. Oh, yeah, I beat you.
Hold on. You talking about old stuff, but not tomorrow.
All right, fellas.
All right, family. Make tomorrow a better day than it was today. Be great.
Hey, be intentional. Look, I'm out. I love. Go Tigers.
See you in the morning, and we will not have donuts.
Fruit.
Oh man, I just went over my head. I'm like, I don't know what the heck you talking about.
What's like?
I didn't know what you were talking about, man.
I will not pick up donuts in the morning.
Nah, we don't need no donut.
Nah.
No,
All right, bro. See you in the morning.
All right. TD.
All right,
All right, Mike. See you in the morning. Go buy me a new phone. Have a good night, bro. Later.
I got a lag. All right, everybody. Good night. Appreciate everybody for coming up. If we got any platinum chat members, shoot me an email so we can add you to the chat, and we'll go from there. Any opportunities, any business, shoot me an email, kc1400mediagroup@gmail.com. Appreciate everybody for coming up tonight. As always, I love. Go Tigers, baby.